Hello, hello. We are back at it again with some Utawarerumono Mask of Truth. How are y'all doing today on this fine Sunday night, Monday morning? Hope y'all are doing well. Ended up taking a bit of a later start today compared to our planned 7:30 because I ended up getting some dinner a little bit later than I was expecting. Ended up having myself a nice old carne asada burrito, which is pretty good. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we'll be expecting to see this stream. I think the whole thing that happened with Vodai last week and the whole like group, coming together to take on that fight kind of left me curious on where the rest of the story is going to go from here. Because of course we got the whole war going on with Yamato, but like we sit here and wonder what's the next step after we received like all the supplies too. We had our little, like, slice of life moment. But yeah, hope y'all are doing well. Let's jump right back into it. Maruto back? He's not going to be the same man. Once again, we start with the Maruto shambles. Where art thou? Oh, villain. Where art thou, mine enemy? Hurry, thou. Hurry and reveal thyself. Oh, that's new. Oh, and if thou wouldst refuse my call. They put the brain parasite in him to turn him into a pyro? Say it ain't so. Burn. All. Burn. All mine enemies to the pyre. Burn. 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 Damn, that use of fire in that last battle really kind of left its mark on Maruto, huh? And I guess where he's burning. I mean, it looks like, if I were to guess, this could either be the, what's it called? The Oshtor, like, estate, or it could be the Decapompo one. One or the other inside of Yamato. All must burn. Oh, he's burning his own estate? I mean, he did mention his family was full of shitheads, right? Fire! Maruto, what dire impulse hath ceased? Hast thou gone mad? Answer me! My house! My house! Father, we must quench this fire swiftly. I say, water! Water! They all kind of talk like Maruto. And so at last thou emergest. Oh, he out here killing his family. Maruto, what possesses thee? Father! Maruto! You, dost thou realize what thou hast wrought? You, thou vile, ungrateful son! Kindling for the pyre. Kindling for the pyre. Kindling for the pyre. The way his voice changed too, damn. Mado! Wait, please, I beg. Stop. What art thou? Help! Damn. Yeah, the whole family going up in smokes. So another villain emergeth in shadow. So he killed Grandpa And Papa? Oh, wherefore? Oh, thy own. Father, thy blood. Maro, no. Burn, 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 and burn. Flames, winding, light binding. All that bindeth me, I will burn down. All shall burn. Yeah, there's definitely some despair in that voice there. His cry, with neither fully the thrill of release or the rage of a curse, comes to an abrupt end. Did he, like, disassociate? Oh, where am I? What strange portents hath driven me here? He shakes his head foggily as if awoken from sleep and looks around him. Fire! Alas, it must be fast quenched, us all within may be endangered. I beg anyone, we need aid! At last his eyes pass over the two figures on the floor. Father! Grandfather! He falls to embrace the unmoving corpse, anguish and desperation ripping his voice from his throat. Father! Father! Please, Father! What wicked beast would commit such cruel horrors? You gotta fight for control, my man. What comes? Akira! My head. Such pain in my head. Sir Marudo. A shadow calls Marudo's name. Who goes there? The stranger does not answer. The fire dances in Marudo's eyes, frightened confusion behind his gaze. He rises, the unconscious Marudo in his arms, and turns his back. All that remains is soon consumed, swallowed up by crimson flame. Yeah, they're ripping everything from his life so he can fully commit to the war mode. The war Joker mode. I suppose this is what you were referring to then. No guarantee of stability indeed. To be honest, even I did not foresee problems of this severity. Memories can be altered, but emotions are a different beast entirely. Current condition. He's being kept asleep. We could wake him at any time if necessary. What shall we do? Too much for us right now, perhaps. If the aim is to stabilize his personality, we could increase the strength of the override. It would be easier to control, but inconsistencies between the two memories will be inevitable. I have the means to suppress it up to a point, but if it remains unresolved, his psyche may be severely damaged. Unavoidable, I'm afraid. Only regarding tonight's events, can you ensure he is not unnecessarily burdened by them? It wouldn't be impossible, but it may only make the situation worse. I can't recommend it. Not my concern. I can't have him being distracted by trivialities. It would be far too inconvenient to have him slowed now. How fortunate he is for your small mercies. I should begin work on this immediately. Excuse me. Gustavo, how you doing? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. You heard then? Yes. Your summary of the incident. I have ensured that all reports refer to it as an accidental fire. The details have been appropriately obscured. Glad to hear it. Are you certain, though? If we had reports that the tactician's family had been murdered, it may have better served our cause. Best that we not get too greedy. If Oshtor catches wind of this, all our efforts would be for nothing. Understood. Yeah, if we find out they murdered Maruto's parents, we may have had to have intervened a little harder. This might not make the circles all the way to Endakamwe. How am I doing? We are doing well. Yeah, been a pretty good day so far, and any day where we sit down and get to play some more Utawarerumono is a good day. Kyudo's reports, delivered in the early afternoon of that day, did not paint an optimistic picture. So, we were unable to gather any more soldiers then. I am truly sorry, brother. No, you've done well in gathering what we have already. It must have been difficult. Kyoto's shoulders sag with every second he stands before me. I feel compelled to cheer him up a bit. Really, I think everyone's already doing everything they can. It is something of a relief to hear that. At that, Kyoto finally smiles. That said, it's true we may have reached our limits in terms of recruiting new soldiers. We managed to retake Rumoi Pass, and struck an alliance with Kyujiri. Thanks to that, other countries are beginning to join our ranks. Our sheer force of manpower now is leagues beyond our numbers when we first arrived here. Time for a rice shower run? I wish I had rice shower. The number of soldiers under our command was halved by Raiko's schemes, but now we've enough to muster an offensive at least. But it's not enough. Not to face the Imperial Army head-on and take the Imperial capital. I suppose now is the time to test our power, and see what's within our capabilities. Oh, someone's rushing. Dear brother, are you here? A flustered-looking Nekone burst into the room. Nekone! Nekone silences Kyoto with a look and rushes to my side. Damn. Get hit with the look. You seem agitated. Is something wrong? Dear brother, here. With that, Nekone holds out a letter. This is... It has only just arrived. It concerns a matter of urgency. At her words, I glance over the contents of the letter. And, unable to stop myself, I read it again. And again. This is... Brother, is something the matter? Maybe the Maruto news did reach us? I can't bring myself to reply yet. I read the letter again. No, I read it right the first time. But this letter is... It's from Lord Tokifusa, one of the 8 Pillar Generals. He wishes to form an alliance. Oh. And for that reason, he asks that you come to Izurusha. Oh. Oh. I see. So he's called upon us. Ogi raises his gaze from the letter to me after surveying it. Nosode stands alongside him, having already read it for herself. As I recall, you two hail from a clan that Lord Tokifusa rules over. No, that's not quite right. Originally, that land was ruled over by a clan, and he took control afterwards. But in my questioning expression, Ogi supplies the details with a smile as placid as ever. Things have changed about 10 years ago, you see. Originally, Izurusha was governed by our clan. The head of our family became chieftain, and was responsible for uniting the other clans. It was quite a bit different from now, where each clan acts individually. Back then, all the clans were united as one. And our chieftain was, at the time, one of the 8 Pillar Generals, a father, or our father. Our father was strong and stalwart and righteous. The Mikado trusted him greatly. He was a chieftain among chieftains. Nosode puffs out her chest with pride as she declares her father's virtues. I see some warmth entering Ogi's smile. Our father was an incomparable man. He inspired my sister to become the woman she is today. I see. Nosode's eyes sparkle with almost childlike joy. She looks ready to launch into an account of his heroic exploits at any moment. You two are not very familiar with Lord Tokifusa, then? We are in a sense, but... I'm afraid we only know blessed little on his character. I can say that there was some dissent between him and our father in the past. However... I see. So we won't know until we meet him in person. We have no information to work with, and his intent is still unclear. As I contemplate our options, I hear Ogi speak. Oshtor, do you intend to comply with him? Well, there's no denying that such an alliance would help our cause, but until we can verify their true intent, you are loath to trust him. Essentially, yes. Yet if we allow this opportunity to slip by, we may never find ourselves with a better opportunity to recruit one of the 8 Pillar Generals. It does sound like a fine prospect. It would be a shame indeed to refuse this chance. However, we may be playing right into his hands. So it could be a trap? It's possible, yes. And so, what will you do? Was Tokifusa the one that kind of looked like Chairman Sarah from Yakuza? I remember like someone having that look to them. Am I thinking of the right chairman? Chairman Sarah Yakuza? Masaru Sarah? Kind of gives me the same vibe. If it's the same Pillar General. Visually. It might just be like the goatee. Tokifusa. A little bit. Not really. Yeah, not really at all. And so, what will you do? Ogi questions me, his smile unchanged. What's important is ensuring that no matter what happens, things turn in our favor. So... Nosuri, you told me previously that your greatest aim was to restore your noble household. Ah, yes. What about it? And upon our liege's return to the Imperial capital, I believe I promised you the rank of one of the Pillar Generals for your efforts. So, you were serious about that? It may seem too early to make such plans, but Nosuri, I want you to unite your tribe. If that's the case, I would have to succeed my father as the head of the family. That would require us to convince my father first. When Nosuri responds, her voice is shaking. She is fighting to remain calm, but as the plan gains momentum, she can't hide her growing excitement. But why so soon? Wouldn't it be better to do so after the war is over? Having you become the chieftain now would grant you political weight. Political weight? As the situation stands, even if we take back the throne, it would be very unlikely that we could restore your household to its former glory. Many will make a move to seize whatever spoils they can. Those of higher ranks will rob credit from those lower, leaving little for them. Indeed so. That would be the natural outcome if we proceed as is. Ogi's already nodding in grim agreement before I even finish speaking. On the other hand, Nosuri still seems a little lost. Wait, what do you mean? However valiant our efforts, without any credible standing, there's nothing to stop someone of a high rank robbing us of our prestige. If you obtain a title before that happens, however, then your voice will carry more weight in the Imperial capital. The greater our force becomes, the more restrictions we must act under. Think of this as a form of preparation against them. Not to mention if Nosuri assumes the mantle of chieftain and unites the clans, it'll be far easier for me to award her with a higher rank. So you're saying, if I succeed the title of chieftain, I'll be that much closer to restoring my house's name? That's correct. Ogi listens, clearly deep in thought, and speaks again, urging his sister onward. I would advise that you take this offer, dear sister. The proposition seems beneficial for both us and Oshtor. I see. To be honest, Ogi's support is rather reassuring. I kinda doubt that Nosuri completely understood all the nuances of our discussion. Knowing him, I'd probably guess he's in agreement, because this would make things interesting. I never imagined Oshtor would support our cause like this. Nosuri's gaze flickers to me. She looks extremely moved, but the gratitude in her expression makes me feel a pang of guilt within my chest. Truth is, that proposal's more self-serving than she probably realizes. Pushing this plan forward now also works as insurance for us. If Tokifusa's alliance is genuine, all the better. And even if it's a trap, if we have Nosuri as the clan leader, that's a firm foothold in Izuruha. They'll be less likely to try anything drastic. The home field advantage. Well, let's get to business. If we're to meet with my father, we should make our preparations immediately. Needless to say, I'll be accompanying you. I intend to provide my full support in convincing your father. Will you guide me there? My thanks. We'll be near our household on our way to meet Lord Tokifusa. We can stop by along the way. Is it real cough drop hours? It might be real cough drop hours. Where did I throw that bag of cough drops? I know these have done like something to clear my throat in the past. Or not throat, my nose. Cough baby meets the sun. Speaking of that, y'all know about photosensitive noses? I am one of the unlucky few who has that. Of course, me being the indoors type has something like that, where every day, at least once, if I go out into the sun, it causes me to sneeze. And yeah, it's the VTuber who's allergic to the sun type shit. So this is Nosuri's home. It's Ruha. The road is quite bumpy. Nekane looks a little uneasy. Seems like she isn't used to bad roads like this. Nosuri's only reply to both is a forced smile. Nosuri's got a little bit of the country bumpkin province of Yamato. Gotta wear no sunglass then. Well, this is just the entrance. The forest gets much denser the further we go on. Also, yeah, we're slowly annexing the surroundings of Yamato. Osborne would be proud. In a battle of tactics, who would win? Like, if you pit like Osborne versus Oshtor, who's got more of like a tactical mind? I mean, of course, Osborne lost in the end in a way, but he did kind of win. How much longer do we have? I'm afraid we still have quite a ways. Our father was quite thorough in secluding himself from the world. I see. A sigh escapes me at Ogi's words, and I glance behind me. This traveling party ended up a lot bigger than we had planned. We had Nosuri and Ogi as guides. Then we had Nekane and the twins accompanying us as support. Not bad so far. But then Kuon overheard there was a trip, and volunteered to come along. And naturally, wherever Ku goes, Fumito goes as well. And of course, Atsui jumped in, declaring she was bored. That's about when things started to go wrong. Sure enough, Anju threw a tantrum about wanting to go with me again. And after she was such a big help to have around in Kyujiri, I couldn't really refuse. And of course, Munichika and Uritiya have to come as her guard and attendant, respectively. Then Kyuryu, then Jack Balt, and Shinanon. The whole gang. My, such distress. You're massaging your temples. Is something the matter? Do not ask. You already know why. Oh, come now. Are you not pleased to have such support? The more the merrier, I believe the phrase goes. And the reason he's so easygoing about this is because he's not the one who'll have to control him. Well, this time we've got a decent force. Been staying off the main road to avoid being spotted. And we're ready in Izuruha now. And if everything goes to hell, we can always call for reinforcements from Enakamwe. What I'm worried about is the princess. But then again, it'd have been much more trouble if she'd followed me in secret. Might be safer for her to stay where I can keep a close eye on her anyways. We've shored up our defenses, and the princess is in an informal dress instead of her usual clothes. Not many could recognize her in these. It's unlikely anyone's going to aim directly for the princess like this. And after all, with the princess here, we might have a better shot when we get to negotiations. Nosuri's father used to be a pillar general, a man of loyalty. With the princess with us, it's unlikely he'd give us the cold shoulder. That's precisely why we have to talk with him first. However, there are tall trees all around us, but the thin canopy overhead dapples us with sunlight. It feels tranquil here, like a fairy tale. But a forest is a forest. We're far from civilization. Beasts could leap out at us at any time, claws out and fangs bared. I didn't think he'd be living in the backwoods like these. Ogi made him sound like some kind of hermit, but this is way beyond what I expected. Ogi Papa will be Yun Kafai? Trails? The sword hermit? From here on, we'll have to go by foot. I don't see any roads in front of us. Well, he is living as if he'd been hiding away. In other words, we have to get through this forest. Hearing that, Anji pops her head out of the cart, face indignant. What? So now we have to end up walking end up walking anyways? My liege, your hand. Thank you. With Munichika holding her hand, Anji descends from the cart. Would there be a problem if we had our carts and attendants wait here? There are no aggressive animals in the area. This is well beyond the reach of bandits. You need not worry. Hey, are we there yet? We're almost there. How much is almost? Well, I'd say about an hour, perhaps. How long is an hour? Well, that's, well, how do I describe it? Huh? Well, you know, if we're gonna sing a song while we go, then we should be there before, if we sing a song while we go, then we should be there before we know it. Before I know it? Yes, all together now. The wheels on the cart go round and round. What's the JP version of that? Cute. Round and round. Ah, jeez. Seeing the two of them acting like they're on a field trip, Kuan sighs. Yachtwalt, don't let them out of your sight. I'll keep an eye on them too. Sure. Paying no attention to the others, having their fun, Nosudi stands there for a while, as if lost in thought. Until Atoe pops in her face. Hey, Nosudi. What is it? Don't scare me like that. What are you so worked up about? No, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, righto then. Anyways, your papa sounds like an odd sort of fellow to me. Going from the imperial capital to living in a woodsy sort of place like this. Honestly, I don't think you should be living out in such a remote place either. Strictly speaking, our father was exiled from our country. We had little choice in the matter. Nosudi makes a vaguely dissatisfied sound at Ogi's words. I pause, giving some thought to Nosudi's recent behavior. Maybe going back would be like an I told you so from her dad. She's been acting pretty odd. She did run away from her household, even if it was for the sake of restoring it. Maybe it's hard to go back. Still, we've come this far, and we can't afford to wait for her to figure out her feelings. We'll have to hope facing the circumstances is enough to shake her out of it. We should get going, I think. The sun's going to set on us at this rate. True enough. Everyone gather your things, and let's be off. Following Nosuri's lead, we walk through the forest for an hour, until the trees start to open up a little. A settlement of small houses clustered and huddled, rests between a slightly elevated mountain at the end of the vast clearing. Oh, cool dog. So this is... Indeed, our destination. It's so lovely, like a well-tended garden. It's true. This place looks pastoral, like a painting of the countryside. The settlement isn't too big. Feels like a miniature garden. Not too much, but not too little. I can see a field and a shed. and a river runs next to the houses, babbling gently. The atmosphere is so idyllic, so complete. The thought springs a bit into my mind. It would be such a peaceful place to live. Well, it's a little empty. Despite my impressions of the place, Nosuri gives the landscape an appraising look, as though it's missing something. A gambling ring. Nosuri wants a horse racing ring here. Seems like a nice enough place to me. Oh. Oh. Is that Papa? Same hair color? I dig the mustache. Oh, we've got guests. Lost in thought, I only now notice the easygoing looking man who speaks to us. He doesn't sound too surprised to see us. Something about the smile on his face reminds me of Ogi. Nosuri and Ogi step forward, facing the man together. We've returned, Father. You seem well. It does me good to see it. So, this is Nosuri's father. Dandy and hard-boiled if only sunglasses exist. An easy smile crosses the man's face as he responds. Feelings mutual, so... Returning their greeting casually, his eyes turn up to the lot of us. I can see curiosity burning behind his lidded, sleepy expression. What's all this? Accepting the implied challenge in his gaze, I advance to the front of the group and bow. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Oshitor. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Oh? So you're the Oshitor I've heard so much about. And, that general lady over there ought to be the newly titled Pillar General Munuchika, huh? You are even aware of a novice such as I, then. You do me too much honor. His eyes crinkle as he surveys us. You'd never guess he was some solitary hermit just from looking at him. Seems more like the leader of a gang of kids. Like he never really grew out of it. He looks cool, though. Father, Lord Oshitor has introduced himself. Shouldn't you return the favor? Fair enough. He nods at his daughter's words. The man gives his clothes a couple brushes to dislodge dust. Then stretches leisurely. I'm Geno. Seems like you've been looking after my kids. I appreciate it. Geno. His voice. His voice sounds familiar. Geno VA check. See all characters. Here we go. He is voiced by Toru Okawa? That sounds like a familiar name. What have they done? Oh, Roy Mustang. Oh, crazy. That's insane. Okay, that it wasn't intentional that I was like, oh yeah, is this the guy? Oh, but this isn't Tokifusa. This isn't Tokifusa. I was gonna be like, it's crazy that I was like, oh yeah, Tokifusa. Is he the guy that looks like Masaru Sera from Yakuza? Because Toru Okawa voices Masaru Sera from Yakuza. That would have been crazy, crazy VA read. Huh. Oh, I guess he also does Dekapompo. Interesting. We get two sides. Cringe man and this man. Yeah, also Rufus Shinra too. Yes, a pleasure. I almost shook on my reply, taken aback at how laid back he still remains, even after we revealed our identities. Well, no point standing around flapping jaws. Since you're here, why not come settle in? And hold it, how many of you are there? He almost does a double take, flabbergasted. I can't blame him. I felt the same way. And... Huh? What? Geno's gaze passes over Anju, still in her casual clothes, standing among Kuon and the others. Wait, did he notice? No, even if he'd met the princess, she would have been a baby back then. He couldn't have recognized her. Geno doesn't say anything though, he just turns around. Ah, well, it'll be snug, but we ought to fit if we all cram in. Come on, the house is this way. Geno guides our sizable group into his house. A painter? Doesn't look too big, it just looks like a normal countryside house. But the parlor we eventually reach, while simple, is well built and fairly large. However, tea sets and antiques are stacked haphazardly in the corners, and unfinished paintings line the walls. It's kind of a mess. I see some things never change. Ogi's smile turns a little glassy at the sight of the parlor. Geno's smile, however, only broadens. Hey, with you two gone, I'm back to living like a bachelor. Whatever. Sit wherever you like. Nobody's gonna get on your case about etiquette out here. Geno takes what could generously be called the seat of honor, and everyone else finds places to sit as well. Now, how to bring up the subject? Geno stares at me with a fearless smile. I match his gaze steadily. Him being Ogi's father, I'm sure if I say anything careless, I'll get my legs swept out from under me. What if he's actually just like super laid back and Ogi and Nosuri are the cracked ones? First, I've got to find a way to break down the walls between us so we can talk in earnest. With this in mind, I speak up, trying to keep my tone light. I apologize for imposing with our sudden arrival, especially considering our numbers. You have my sincere gratitude for accommodating us. Nah, no skin off my nose. I've already done all my work in the fields today. Figured I'd put my feet up, maybe go fishing until the sun went down. Oh, you fisher? Meeting Geno's eyes, I relax my posture, as if resting a fishing rod against one leg. Sunny day like this, spent under the shade of a tree, with no company but a fishing line and glass of something strong. I can't blame you. Geno grins widely, leaning forward, starting to pay attention now. You too, huh? You know, the rumors say you're uptight, stiff. Got a real stick up your ass. They say a lot of things, but seems like you get it. It's easy to see the truth about someone once you meet him in person. It's hard to tell if he's being serious. Geno strokes his chin, grinning sidelong. Well, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as alcohol and fishing, well, I'm no connoisseur. But it's a nice place to do it. Green and warm, and you get a nice breeze going through. You can really feel the life in this place. Fine place, this. This line's plentiful enough. You gotta put in a little work. You gotta put a little work in, and you can live without a care in the world. I get to hunt and fish when the mood takes me. Or play shogi with my friends, or have poetry competitions, or drink and party. The finest things in life. Truly, I'm envious. As I speak, I look around the parlor, noticing the unfinished pictures along the wall. Those pictures only look half-finished. Are they yours, Lord Geno? Yeah. I've been trying my hand at art recently. Harder than it looks, let me tell you. But it's good for the soul. A lot of fun, too. I think this one turned out okay myself. He reaches over as he speaks, pulling up a picture leaning against the wall nearby. There on the canvas, we see a singularly beautiful flower with vivid purple petals. The colors are dark, but all the same. It's such a lovely flower that just looking at it makes me feel oddly peaceful. That flower. Is purple a hard color to come by, I wonder? I know in history purple is like a rare color. As far as like paints and dyes and stuff. Man might be loaded. Oh, so beautiful. It looks so real. Nothing sweeter than a genuine flattery. Nothing sweeter than a genuine flattery-free compliment. But that blossom, what sort of flower is it? I've never seen its like. Well, it only grows in some far-off country. Figures you wouldn't recognize it. An old friend gave me this flower once, and they came all the way out to this neck of the woods. Sounded like this little bloom held some significance to her. See, in the language of flowers, it means family and little joys. Where does that flower grow? Do you recognize it? Well... yeah, I figured. Hold on, this cough drop did nothing for me. I really need to blow my nose. Okay. Well, it's a flower that grows in many parts of my home country, so it's a bit nostalgic. And it has some significance to me, too. Oh? You want to pick some before you leave? There's a little patch of them in the flower bed out back. Would that be alright? If it's that important to you, it's fine if you take a bloom or two. With that, Geno pushes himself up, raising his hand to his lips in a tipping motion, giving us an impish look. Right, so then, you all drink? This here stock turned out quite, damn fine. We came all the way out here. It's against my code not to offer some proper hospitality. Immediately Otto and Jackwalt seized their chance. Oh yes, that's my favorite kind of hospitality. Whoa, now you're talking my language. Drinking at this hour would be... Oh, come on, he's inviting us, isn't he? Sounds like a lovely time to me, and having a party is a great way to have a heart-to-heart. After my men had their scraps and brawls, they'd head out to the pub and make friends again by drinking lots and making noise. My kind of guest. Sure, think I can put together a little banquet for you folks. Really? You're the best, mister. Don't mention it, ha ha ha. Dear sister, is this alright? It should be fine, I think. That happened a lot in my household, too. Deepening bonds and talking over drinks. As if to punctuate her words, Kuon cheerfully raises the large cup hanging at her waist. Oh? Dear sister. What? It's true I wouldn't just make up an excuse to drink. However, noticing Kuon's drinking cup, Geno narrows his eyes. A personal drinking cup, huh? Black as the night sky and speckled with that gold glaze, like a field of stars. You, girl, you're no ordinary traveler, huh? I could say the same for you. Not everyone understands this. Ha! Understanding. Let me tell you something. Something's gotta be wrong with you if you don't understand something like that. It's my favorite, but a certain someone once told me it looked like the color of a borogigiri. So, well... Oh, you're kidding. They said that? Well, to each their own. It sounds to me like your friends need their eyes checked. I agree, I think. Hold on. Was that me? Feels kinda awkward asking my guests to do some work. I'm gonna need a hand getting a feast together for so many people. You mind? You need help? I'm good at helping. Ain't you a sweet little thing? Here, I got some candy just for helpers like you. Let me grab the booze and the snacks. He seems in a good mood, cheerfully ambling out of the room, when Nosuri raises her voice. Father! At that, Geno slowly turns to face Nosuri, who stares up at him, defiant but nervous. Yeah, she do gotta challenge him, don't she? What is this man, what's his secret powers? He hasn't opened his eyes yet. He's gonna open his eyes and, like, spirit unification. Father, there's something I must discuss with you in earnest. Geno cuts her off with a sigh, not bothering to listen to anything more. Good grief, still no tact, huh? What? Let me guess. You came here to demand that I step down and let you become the head of the family. That it? With the initiative lost, Nosuri stumbles on her words. Figures. Got no patience, as usual. So I already saw through our intent. Still, in a way, I'm grateful he was the one to bring it up. So you understand then? I said, didn't I? I hear lots of things about you. Geno's face creases into a full smile. Something's brewing down in Yamato. It's pretty obvious when even someone like me can smell it all the way out here in the sticks. If you're in a war, you need soldiers. There's a lot of independent clans around these parts. Great if you're looking to gather an army. Then. But no. Geno shuts us down. No room for negotiation.
Why, father? If you join the legitimate princess's side, then at long last we may be able to restore our house.
Still running after this trivial crap then. He heaves a heavy sigh as if exasperated by his daughter's words, then turns his gaze on me. Is he a man given up? He does not yearn for the days of high honor. He has simply made peace with living small in the countryside. I can respect it, but also, it's not what the nation needs right now. Hey, Lord Oshtar, you gotta know I've got no intention of letting this kid carry the weight of the house or the clans.
But why, father? I have the resolve to shoulder the responsibilities of the clan and rise.
Don't go saying that high stuff about resolve so lightly. You ran out saying you'd make a name for yourself, but what did you really accomplish? Let me guess, you got up to your shenanigans again and caused a lot of trouble for all these nice folks. Don't go talking big when you can't even clean up your own damn messes. In the face of his merciless scolding, Nosade looks down, silent, hurt, and frustrated. Excuse me. And as Nosade remains quiet, and a sinking feeling sets in, a regal voice rings out.
Your words are inexcusable.
Anju? Oh? Geno immediately spots the speaker with his sharp eyes. In response, the girl hiding between the others stands with cold authority. Anju in her disguise, whether he knows it or not, or knows her identity or not. Wait. Ugh. Anju in her disguise, whether he knows her identity or not, though. Geno responds with harsh reprimand. This is a family discussion, little lady. I'm not looking for an outsider's opinion. However, Anju responds, her stare unflinching.
That's none of my concern. Listen well, Genho.
Anju firmly points at Genho.
Listen well, Genho. To contain the disturbance in Yamato now, to rightfully, claim rule of the imperial capital. I can't see it. A little higher.
What is she looking at now? What? Anju stumbling in her delivery, staring at a scroll that an anxious Kyoto is discreetly holding open alongside. She's got a script?
Wow, this is getting me nowhere.
Anju finally loses her temper, seizing the scroll from him and throwing it to the floor with a clatter.
I've had enough of your silly little reprimands when you know nothing of the matter. I owe my life to Nosade. She saved me. And not only Nosade. I may only stand here because of everyone here. They've lent me their aid. They were the only ones that stood by me when I needed it most.
Okay, let me actually go and grab a fucking towel, because my nose is bugging the hell out of me today. 1 second. Okay, back. Sorry, ended up doing a little restroom break too, but feel a lot better now. Okay.
They are the only ones.
She seems overcome for a moment, reminded of all the struggles we've been through. Her eyes shine with unshed tears, but she quickly gathers herself once more, and defiantly stares back at Genho.
I know Nosuri well, and I will not forgive any who would dare insult her honor. My liege.
Genho's expression softens, hearing Nosuri's unthinking reaction. So, it was indeed you. Saying so, Genho kneels down with no flinching or hesitation. Please forgive me for my earlier rudeness, Your Highness. I realize immediately, seeing his confident demeanor. So, we knew about her from the beginning. We may have to hide behind our princess's words, but we can press on. Lord Genho, you asked, I believe, what Nosuri had accomplished. Ah, so I did. Has this not answered your question? The cold glow cracks, and I see a tinge of curiosity shine through. Suppose I'm still in the dark. Tell me, what would you say she's done? She's done like 90% of our damage. She's cracked with it. She is our hard carry alongside Kiryu and like... Kiryu and Oshtor, honestly. She has won the unwavering trust of our liege. Oh. I noticed a flicker of surprise, but Genho keeps his face impassive. Though her intent was to strengthen her forces, our liege came here herself, and her words from earlier. You understand the implications, do you not? You mean to say my daughter is in favor of her highness and the next Mikado. And rightfully so. Surely this is undeniable proof that Nosuri is a favored retainer of our liege. Is this not enough?
Yes, that is right. Absolutely correct. My liege.
Nosuri kneels before Anju and bows her head low.
I hereby pledge my life to you, my liege.
The formality is suddenly broken by Genho, laughing hard, clutching his stomach as if struck by something hilarious. Nope, I give up. You got me there. If you say it like that, then who am I to say she ain't accomplished anything? If you won all that trust, well, who am I to betray it? Then you lend your aid to our liege? Sure. You seem like a pretty fun bunch. Should be fun getting in on this. Huh, he seemed like very oddly agreeable to that. Hearing this, Nosuri and Anju's expressions brightened immediately.
Father! Genho, you have my thanks.
But, as far as the whole restoring the house thing, gonna be a slight hitch. Hitch? Once again, Genho's smile turns impish, like he's up to something. My house is broken to begin with, and I'm an exile to boot. I don't know if I can gather anyone around me, even if we restore our name.
What are you saying? If you call for them, everyone will rally to your banner.
Well, it's not like they owe me any favors. I just took care of them when I was chieftain. Anyone who's got a strong sense of duty will answer my call, sure.
Then
they'll answer my call, see? You suppose any of them are gonna answer my daughter?
Well,
especially if it's about something as important as our house. They're good folks, but they're not so charitable that they'd listen to a little girl with no power to show for herself. Not even if she's my heir. This is your fight. It's your neck on the line. And there's nothing so disgraceful as a parent barging in on their kids' battles. I'd say if you want to prove you're not the same bedwetting brat, it's time to do something on your own, huh?
Then that means...
Nosuri will have to gather up her clan under her own power after all. That's how it's gonna be. So, how are you gonna get him to accept you? Clan battle? Good grief. As usual, you ain't thinking about what happens after the point and posturing. Well, seems to me the fastest way would be to show everyone in the clan you've got the golden seal.
Golden seal?
Right, I never showed you. It's been passed down from chieftain to chieftain in our clan. And the Mikado himself granted it to me way back when. It's also proof that you've got the Mikado on your side. That'll make anyone think twice before challenging you. Well, with the Mikado gone, not sure how well that'll work anymore, but it's still a symbol for the chieftain of our clan. Akin to the trinket that General Vodai had on him. Oh, that thing. Yeah, we had a lot of use out of that little doodad.
Was it fun to do, Dad?
Was it fun to do? Shinanon is so full of wit. She's so smart. Anyhow, what you're saying is, whoever holds this seal of yours is the biggest seal in Izruha. Something like that. Izruha made up of a whole mess of groups and parties. The folks won't be able to deny the power of the Imperial Seal. No one gets away with opposing that kind of authority. Not unless the people see him as wise, virtuous, and strong-hearted. As long as you got that, at least in Izruha, you can get away with working outside the lines. Tokifusa was a weak little fella, but he became the chieftain anyways, all thanks to the authority of the Golden Seal. I see. So if we can obtain that,
Then he will let me inherit the position as the head of the family. Now City's eyes burn with passion as she rises to her feet.
ain't a matter of letting you. If you become chieftain and unite the clans, it all happen as a matter of course.
If that's it, I'll just go and get the golden seal now and... Her voice falters midway and she darts a look towards Genho. After clearing her throat, she asks sheepishly. So, Father, where, is this golden seal?
Good grief, kid. You ain't even listening as usual. I just told you. Genho sounds flat. Genho sounds flat out exasperated. We gotta fight Tokifusa? I said Tokifusa only became chieftain thanks to having the authority of the Golden Seal on his side, remember? Let me spell it out. Tokifusa's got it. And if you want it, you'll have to take it back from him. So what are you gonna do, Nosuri? Sounds like you got a real problem on your hands. And keep in mind he's relying on that Golden Seal's power too. He's not gonna give it up that easily.
Even so, I have to become chieftain. It may all be in the past now, but our household once bore the prestige of a pillar general. Inheriting it will not be an easy feat. But I know, the heavens are testing me. If I overcome this, if I triumph here, then I know I am truly worthy of becoming chieftain. And Lord Tokifusa is the man of the Evan Kuriga. If he knows the rights and wrongs of the matter, I'm sure he'll give it up gladly. We of the Evan Kuriga live by justice.
Your sister, your clarity and vibrance of will is, as always, refreshing to the very soul. Hey, Ogi, didn't I tell you you're supposed to take care of her? Why, yes. As you can see, I'm taking care of her quite wholeheartedly. Ah, right. Forgot you were like that.
What are you two talking about?
Well, I'll keep my nose out of it. If you think you can do it, then go ahead. As Genho speaks, he glances in my direction. You got the illustrious Imperial Guard to the right with you, after all. I'm sure you won't run into any snags or whatnot. Indeed, not with the illustrious Imperial Guard to the right on our side. Father and son both give me a cheerful look. I sigh inwardly. Looks like the both of them have roped me into this with familiar skill. Good lord. Guess I've got no choice. And in order to secure the Golden Seal, we shall propose to Lord Tokifusa that his position as general will be assured upon his victory, or our victory. If it comes to it, we may have to abandon our plan of making Nosuri one of the 8 Pillar Generals. You're willing to go that far?
Think nothing of it. The rank of Pillar General was merely a bonus anyways. My main goal is the restoration of my house. If I can restore my house's name, then I'll regret nothing.
Your benevolence astounds, dear sister. To view the position of a Pillar General as a mere side benefit. I am dizzied by your nobility. Good grief. Sometimes I wonder who you get it from.
Besides, we're going to meet with Lord Tokifusa after this anyways. Please watch me, Father. I'll convince Lord Tokifusa of our cause, and I will take back the Golden Seal.
And just like that, Nosuri rushes out, eyes blazing with confidence. She's probably going to get ready for the negotiation. But we still don't know Tokifusa's real motives. No City is going to need some help as far as getting the Golden Seal is concerned. My apologies. It pains me to turn down your offer of drink and merriment. We must be off. Perhaps we can resume our feast on our return. As we rise, Genho mutters something under his breath. His face, pensive emoji. One of my favorite emojis, matter of fact. Be careful now. Rumors on the wind, that's all. Just remember that you're not the only one that Tokifusa has been flattering, you hear? Yeah, Tokifusa playing both sides. Because I think this is like right next to Yamato, in a way. Our destination's within sight. After making our way through the dense forest, we follow the road to the plains. Ogi points forward. That would be Lord Tokifusa's castle. Blowing our nose again. From here we can see it easily. The vast fortress on the hill, overlooking the castle town.
I see.
Our eyes on the castle, Nosuri stutters out a reply. A small smile appears on Ogi's face. Even my magnificent sister knows the feeling of nervousness. My.
There's nothing for it. The Golden Seal is a symbol of the chieftain's power. I must get it from him by any means. I have to live up to my lieges, to everyone's expectations.
Nosuri mutters gravely, almost to herself.
This really isn't like you to be so rattled, Nosuri.
Indeed. I cannot recall ever seeing you succumb to pressure.
Well, even I get nervous. Even so, I'd expect you to laugh it off with dignity and style like usual. But the Golden Seal, it could change everything. Not just for my family name or the estate, but even the battles ahead. My liege has already vouched for me. I can't foul this up. I can't fail her now.
Looks like all that's happened has managed to mature even Nosuri. She understands how much is riding on this, and everything it'll mean. Even though we're here to support her, she's the one who's gonna have to carry this. If she's this nervous, it could go bad. You need not look so worried. I've already devised our next step.
What?
But we must. There's a means to ensure Nosuri is recognized as the chieftain, even without the Golden Seal.
What?
From the start, our reason for coming here was to see Lord Tokifusa. The Golden Seal is a secondary objective. Should the worst come to pass, and we do not obtain the Golden Seal, it'd only be a momentary setback.
Well, why didn't you say that before? Here I've been tearing my hair out over nothing.
The backup plan is simply that, a backup. It would make our task far easier if we did have the Golden Seal after all. Naturally, if we can acquire it, we should make every effort to do so. My intent is not for you to stop taking this seriously. I only wish to assure you that you need not be so troubled. Believe in me, that we will confront this negotiation side by side.
I see. The burden of everyone's expectations was weighing on me, and I nearly faltered in my task. I'm ashamed of myself. But rest assured, I'll do everything in my power here.
Nosuri wink. We screenshot. I'm looking forward to it. She still seems a little nervous, but I can tell just from her face that her resolve is renewed. I let out a small breath of relief. No, but seriously, I'm counting on you. There is no plan B. It was just an empty promise to help Nosuri calm down. I don't have any other grand schemes ready. Kuon sidles up to me as we continue onward, murmuring for my ears only.
I should have known, Oshtor. Thinking up some way she can become the chieftain without the Golden Seal and so quickly too. I tried to think of what other options we'd have, but I'd already given up.
Indeed, as expected. I myself had contemplated many possible courses, but I was making no progress. Ogi, standing on my opposite side, offers his own whispered comment. I nod, poker-faced. The mask must really help here. Naturally, one must be prepared for anything on the battlefield, and the matter of the Golden Seal was Lord Geno's idea in the first place. I had merely thought of something else.
True enough.
Out of curiosity, what sort of plan do you have? Time to battle the subway pusher in P5PX? Excuse me. Excuse me, that is not his name. That is not his name. He didn't work so hard slamming in people into the subways to be called the subway pusher. That's the subway slammer, my man. Some respect to the name. Well, that is... It would be better if No City keeps her mind focused on this task, you know? If everyone around her does not take this seriously, she may lose her focus. That would not serve us well, you see. This chat is all mine for the slamming. Hey Eli, how you doing? I see. A fine enough observation.
It's true we all need to stay focused.
Ogi and Kuan both chime in as they're satisfied and break off from me. Holy crap, don't do that, you guys. I'm trying not to freak out here. As they ease up, I let out a subtle sigh of relief. Just can't tell that I'm winging it. If anything, maybe the empty reassurance was itself my backup plan.
Alright, let's go. We'll do what we can.
No City, remember, we may have a backup, but it's still vitally important that we claim the Golden Seal.
I know. Relax and just leave it to me. I can stay dignified in any situation. After all, that's what a good woman does.
Screenshot this, because in like 5 minutes she's gonna be in shambles. I'm still a little uneasy, but I guess I can agree that you're a good woman. It is good of you to come, Lord Oshtor. It has been far too long. As we arrive at the castle, we see that Tokifusa has come out to welcome us himself, standing at the castle gates. Yes, it's been quite a while. Glad to see you've not changed. Yes, quite fortunately. We last met in our liege's court, I believe. But still, I'm glad to see you're well. Incidentally, Lord Oshtor, have you only come with the 3 currently in your company? He glances over our party, head tilted in polite puzzlement. I did not want to trouble you by coming with the vast number for you to accommodate. You really needn't have been so thoughtful. Despite his words, I note a clear note of disappointment enter his demeanor. So I was right. I was hoping the princess would show up as well. This time, the only ones that accompanied me are these 3, No City, Ogi, and Kuan. The others are waiting at the border, along with Anju. Anju whined the entire time that she wanted to go with us, but I had her stay behind. The 8-Pillar General should be aware that the real princess is on our side. Given that we still don't know if Tokifusa is our ally or our enemy, the smart thing to do is to keep the princess out of reach. With a nonchalant look, I reply, our liege will gladly have an audience with you once we've established our alliance. Ah, well, naturally. Certainly I can understand wanting to be cautious under the details we've set. Tokifusa hurries over his words, seeming somewhat flustered. Well, Lord Tokifusa. I wonder what that expression implies. But there's no reason we should remain talking out here in the wind. Please, come inside. And pardon us. Following Tokifusa's guidance, we step inside the castle. And that is...
Ogi, have you noticed?
Nestori whispers to her brother as we continue on. Indeed, they are quite heavily guarded.
Yes, it's as if they're about to go to war.
I glance around the castle's exterior. There's a good amount of soldiers gathered in some kind of training area. Heavily guarded indeed. It's not just the sheer numbers. Everyone's armored. They look ready for a battlefield. But in contrast, that man...
Hey Oshtor, you noticed, right?
As Kuan approaches, I quickly avert my gaze, trying to stay inconspicuous. So it did not escape your notice, Kuan. Tokifusa's loincloth was sticking out of his clothes. Pretty clearly, too. When I noticed that it was all I could do not to burst out laughing. It had to have been some trap to throw us off guard. This guy's devious. It's almost scary.
As perceptive as ever, Oshtor. I can feel some kind of gaze on us, but it does not feel like we're being watched. Or, it doesn't just feel like we're being watched, we're being evaluated.
I believe so. They may be just as worried that we'll betray them after all. It is best we prepare for anything that may happen.
Yes, you're probably right.
However, his dismay at the princess's absence and the castle being under heavy guard. Something doesn't feel right. For some reason, I recall Genho's words as we were leaving his house. Yeah, he was rubbing the pockets of both sides. I don't know the phrase.
Lord Oshtor, please, this way.
Sounds like he would have imprisoned the princess if we brought him here. Like, this fort is just one big prison for us.
Please, have a seat.
From there, we're led to a reception room. Given the importance of the meeting, Tokifusa and a small number of his personal guard are the only ones here. First, let's see if we can gain anything from leading questions. Lord Tokifusa, I cannot help but notice that your forces seem prepared for war.
Ah, that. Actually, we've been having a bit of trouble.
Trouble? As if he expected our questioning, Tokifusa responds easily, with no hesitation.
In truth, the Imperial Court has discovered that we've been aiming to form an alliance with you. Soldiers have been deployed to ensure privacy.
Is this situation not a crisis?
So far, all we have are empty threats. Really, I think our course is already set. You needn't worry about trivial matters like that.
Tokifusa smiles broadly, apparently confident in his response. Certainly that makes sense. And how do you suppose they've discovered your intent?
Daiko.
I see. That name alone is enough to tell me the heavy guard is well justified. Still, some doubts remain.
Pardon me, but
It seems you go to a great lengths in order to aid us. I wouldn't know why.
naturally, I believe that the royal in your care is the legitimate heir, the real princess. Surely it would be only natural for a true general of Yamato to rally to her side.
A perfect answer, but a little too perfect. Yeah. It's a little too noble. I don't know, Tokifusa. I don't know. Straightening, I press on with my questioning. A little too noble for someone who was willingly working for both sides, as Genho said.
Now that we're here, speaking face to face, I would know your true feelings. My true feelings?
Correct. There is little sense in hiding at this point. Do you not seek some benefit from our alliance?
Surely, Lord Oshtor. Do you imply I act only with thought to my own gain?
Until this point, you avoided taking a side and remained neutral. One can only conclude that you have a reason for now taking action. No, the neutrality was only a front. He stood by and watched while Imperial forces marched on in a convoy, on several occasions. Even if he hasn't done anything to directly oppose us, his inaction always worked in favor of the Imperial army.
That is...
To push so forcefully for an alliance, even while under suspicion from Raiko, it defies all your previous actions. There must be some reason you're willing to take such a risk, correct? A devious grin spreads over Tokifusa's face, quite unlike his passive look from before.
I apologize. As expected, Lord Oshtor. I can certainly see how you have won such trust from Her Highness.
Spare me your flattery. The question remains. Lord Tokifusa, I would know your true feelings. At this point, it would not surprise me to know you've been moving in pure self-interest. Certainly, I could not blame you.
Of course. I did have my own goals in mind. Do you know of Lord Genho?
He is my father. At the mention of her father's name, Nosari nods despite her surprise. Noting her, Tokifusa responds with a nod in kind, satisfied.
As I thought, it is you, Lady Nosari, which means you must be...
Indeed, I am Ogi, her brother.
As I thought. Yes. The both of you are the very image of Lord Genho in his younger days.
Is this strictly relevant to the alliance?
Not directly, no. Just, it's been on my mind recently. I cannot help but wonder if what I did that day was a grave, unforgivable mistake.
A small breath escapes Nosari. Kuan breaks her silence as she murmurs, clearly suspicious. This feels oddly different than expected. For the time being, please go on. Tokifusa hangs his head, now avoiding our gazes. He seems overcome with gloom as he speaks. Maybe this is about how he took over? Yeah.
About 10 years ago, I exiled Lord Genho. Back then, Lord Genho was the pride of our clan. We all gladly stood with him, and under his influence we were united.
Then why?
He damaged a relic meant as an offering to the Mikado.
A relic? You mean to say it was my father's fault?
I do not think it was a matter of determining who was at fault, but Lord Genho was responsible for the place where it was kept. And after hearing of this, the Mikado became extremely angry.
And thus our father was exiled.
Yes, it was not an easy decision, but it had been done for the good of the clan.
Tokifusa's expression grows distant as he talks, lost in reminisce.
For these 10 years, I simply trusted in my own ability to do what I could. Even so, fewer members of the clan are truly loyal to me. I rule over this country as a figurehead, and not much besides. In truth, Raiko has never approved of our country remaining neutral. He has made his dissatisfaction clear, time and time again. This is why you finally taken action. Let me speak plainly. Our country does not have the means to oppose Yamato's forces alone. Reflecting on it now, perhaps I was never meant to be the one on the throne.
You mean to say you want to reconcile with Lord Genho?
As embarrassing as it is.
Tokifusa nods, his expression somber, then looks directly to Nosuri.
Lady Nosuri,
What is it?
this may sound a selfish request, but if it can be done, I would like you to be the great unifier of the clan.
That's a little too good, isn't it? This is seeming very suspicious.
Me?
If the eldest daughter of the esteemed Lord Genho were to call for aid, I'm sure the yet undecided warriors of our clan would join us.
Once again, beaten to the subject, Nosuri seems to be at a loss.
Well, I would not mind accepting such a duty.
Ah, then you'll accept.
A response elicits a grateful smile from Tokifusa. However, his expression soon turns grave once more.
Yet if you are to unite the clan, you would have to succeed your father as head of the family. Lady Nosuri, have you inherited his title?
No, not yet.
Then you must meet with Lord Genho and formally inherit the family name.
You may leave my father to us. We've already been to visit him before we arrived at your castle.
And I presume this will not be a problem.
But our father, he's quite stubborn. And there's something I'm required in order to convince him.
Meaning?
As an example, Lord Tokifusa, you have something that symbolizes your rank, don't you? Something important and shiny?
Huh? Do you mean this?
Tokifusa removes a golden seal from within his cloak. Nosuri's expression brightens instantly.
Yes, that's it.
Nosuri, let's try some subtlety, shall we? Unfortunately, it would be a bad time for me to butt into the conversation. I stay silent, looking to Ogi for help. He gives me the slightest nod. If Lord Tokifusa might lend us his gold seal, it will be fine proof of our reconciliation with our father, and proof of my sister's worthiness? Worthiness?
Ah, well, unfortunately I need this in order to command my troops, and to send them to the country's borders.
Tokifusa scrambles to get his words out, sounding oddly frantic. He's definitely caught off guard by Nosuri's request. He looks to me anxiously as if to ask for my help.
Tokifusa, that might as well be his only proof of legitimacy. He's not going to give it up that easily. Nosuri, I believe that's enough.
But still,
Nosuri.
of course.
Even Nosuri seems to understand we're not going to make any progress this way. Reluctantly, she backs down. Tokifusa manages to regain his composure, a calm smile returning to his face.
In any case, you must be tired from your travels. I would be honored if you would stay at the castle for today.
Appreciate your hospitality. I'll gladly accept your kindness.
Then I'll arrange for you to be guided to your rooms. Please wait a moment.
I don't trust this guy. In the evening, a banquet is held to welcome Oshtor and his retinue in the castle. We meet in the parlor of the castle, greeted with tables full of the most luxurious delicacies imaginable, fit for the noblest of guests. The most luxurious delicacies imaginable, fit for only the noblest of guests.
Well, this is it. Or this is...
We can't ask for a better welcome than this.
Nosuri nods in satisfaction, delighted by the spread before us.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for not preparing something more grandiose. We've just been so preoccupied with logistics.
Tokifusa emerges into the hall, flanked by a number of soldiers. But this is quite a lot of food. More than would be necessary for a group of our size.
Really, it looks fairly normal to me.
Nonsense, nonsense. I can provide nothing less to celebrate our alliance. This occasion now deserves some decadence. Please, sit.
Thus encouraged, each of us sits down. Tokifusa nods, pleased, and raises his cup. We're gonna be poisoned!
Now, I think a toast is in order.
With that, the waiter at each side fills our cups with fine-looking drink. Then, as we all raise our cups, Kuon makes a small noise as if she noticed something. Oh?
What's the matter?
No, nothing. Anyhow. Did they do this in Prelude, or am I thinking of Apothecary Diaries? Where it's like, you should only have, like, cups with silver because it, like, reacts with poison or whatever? Fixing me with a meaningful gaze, she takes one of the nearby bottles and tops off everyone's drinks.
If you wanted more, you could have simply asked the staff.
Well, with drink as fine as this, I suppose I was simply eager to have as much as possible. It was Apothecary, okay. She sounds sheepish and casual, but her hands work fast, dropping something into our cups.
Was that?
Here you go. Ah, thank you. Ogi raises his own cup, smiling, beatifically. Kuon turns to me, lowering her voice. Make sure to drink it, okay?
Yes, I understand. It's Kuon. She probably has a plan. Already, then. A toast to our alliance.
With Tokifusa urging us on, we all drink deeply from our cups. But as we drink, I can see out of the corner of my eyes, Tokifusa's holding a smile. His expression removes all doubts. With that, I bite down on the pill Kuon slipped into my drink. And almost instantly, an incredible bitterness spreads over my tongue.
This is...
Somehow I managed to get the alcohol down without making a face. Ogi's smile is unchanged, but Nosuri's expression twists as she drinks. When everyone has finally drained their cups, Tokifusa leans forward, smiling knowingly.
How is it? The taste, I mean.
Honestly, I can barely taste any of the drink thanks to the bitter pill. But I can't blow our cover. Yes, well, this is not bad. I'm not sure how he took my vague response, but after a moment, Tokifusa's smile only broadens.
Another drink, perhaps.
Tokifusa calls up the soldiers he brought, ensuring they have drinks poured for them as well.
Is that the same drink?
I glance to Kuon nonchalantly, but she seems to be smiling. Let's trust Kuon on this one. Seems like everyone's on the same page. We lift our cups to our lips without a word. On the other side, Kuon appears to have snuggled up to Tokifusa, hanging on his arm and raising one of the bottles for him. Here, Lord Tokifusa, have a drink.
No, not for me. I still have governmental affairs to see.
Please, this is a celebration. You mustn't think of only business.
But you see...
Oh, I see. Perhaps I'm not as beautiful a girl as the one who normally offers to pour your drinks, but... Work those charms, girl.
No, it's nothing like that. Few in our land can compare to your beauty. Few in all of Yamato.
In that case...
No, but you see...
Oh, so it was just flattery after all. Yo, those tears though? Kuon is goated?
Not in the slightest, really.
I've never seen more obvious crocodile tears. Still, even though it's obviously her trying to manipulate him, he's got no defense against a woman's tears. Some of the tension leaves Tokifusa's face, and finally he extends his arm, cup in hand.
Then, perhaps,
I'll have a drink. She eagerly pours his cup full as if she'd been waiting for a chance.
Is that...
Now that I look at it, I recognize the bottle in her hand. It was the one that was used to pour our own drinks. And sitting in its original place, I see another bottle on the table near us. She must have swapped them somehow.
That should be...
Oh no, I spilled it all over, my lord. She only spilled it over her own chest somehow. A deliberate move on her part. But Tokifusa ogling her like that, he's not paying any attention to what she's doing with her hands. Wow, you can really handle your drink, my lord.
This is nothing. In my younger days, all of the land knew of my iron constitution.
Tokifusa's no match for Kuon's charms. He gulps down his drink happily. Judging by his expression, he's completely let his guard down. And every drink Kuon pours, he downs, and soon enough. Oh, there was a... What are they called again?
a drowsiness drug in there or something?
Is something the matter?
Perhaps I've drank a bit too much. My eyelids feel curiously heavy.
Something has happened. With all that alcohol in him, Tokifusa is beginning to gently rock back and forth in his seat.
Lord Tokifusa, is something amiss? No, there's nothing at all.
His face isn't even red, but he's starting to slur his words, which means...
Then, another one.
What's the matter? Nothing. Thankful.
For a moment when his face looks ponderous, but he smiles as if it's to mend his hesitation, and he drinks deep. And at last, with a slow and exonerable tip, Tokifusa falls off his chair. It's clear nobody was expecting this. The soldiers behind him panic.
What? You! What have you?
Realizing what's happened, the soldiers go for their blades, but... Pardon me.
Apologies.
With no time for them to counter, Kuon darts from her place and Oge appears with no warning. The two swiftly knock out the soldiers. So, he put something in the drink then. I sigh, looking down at the unconscious Tokifusa.
Our bottle, it seems, was laced with a sleeping draught of some kind. That's why I dropped the stimulants into your drinks.
We have reversed it. It's like fucking taking a Red Bull with like your Jägermeister. Our hearts are working overtime.
I see. So that's why we had to take the bitter medicine.
It's clear the situation was planned from the start, which means he only had one goal. They were after Her Highness in Oshtor. How far into the game is this? I have to imagine we're not very far. Also, how you doing, Union? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we are... I have... Oh, I say not very far, but we're 38 hours in.
What do you mean?
It's simple. If either of us are missing, Anakama would lose its very will to raise its banner. And if that came to pass, any further resistance would be fruitless. Midway? Oh! Saying this, I look over to Kuon. Kuon's quick thinking has saved us. In that situation, even if there was a sleeping drug mixed in, we wouldn't have been able to get away without drinking. Regardless of how we have indeed been saved, I must say, to fall to his own trap seems a laughable anticlimax to his story. After confirming that the fallen Tokifusa is indeed unconscious, Ogi rises with a shrug. You know, we could always put an end to him here and now. Ogi, let's do it. Let's kill him. No, if we kill Tokifusa here, I fear it'll be easily framed as a political assassination. Fine, fine. Oshtor's right. And if that happens, then we'll have another angle from which, they'll have another angle to attack our legitimacy. That's kind of like my journey with SMT5. I have 30 hours and I'm only level 33. My death counter's in the double digits and the difficulty spike makes metaphor look like a joke. I've always heard that. I've always heard that the SMT games are like mad brutal. A reasonable objection, I suppose. We shall content ourselves with the original goal, acquiring the golden seal. With that, Ogi pats down Tokifusa's chest with no apparent hesitation, and produces the seal. A genuine article, it seems.
Bringing the golden seal to a banquet. That seems a bit careless, don't you think?
It may be that he worries overmuch, or has trouble trusting others. There are those who feel uneasy unless their greatest treasure is always with them.
If you abandon your trust in others, then no one would ever trust you in turn.
Find yourself saving after every little thing. I'm doing it every 5 minutes. That was like us when we first started playing Trails. I mean, I was still saving very often, but like, I definitely got very lax about it towards the end of like Daybreak 1 and 2. Unless he relies on the golden seal. Even if he does not trust them, he may rest assured that they will follow his command.
We should get out of here. It'll be hard to get past security, though.
We look around the hall, whether to lower our guards or from overconfidence in the trap. There are no other soldiers in the area. But once we exit the hall, the rest of the guards will likely be on high alert. What if we simply get dressed in the guards' uniforms and dress up as Tokifusa? Our goal is to escape the castle, reach the border, and meet up with our allies. But if they rely on their numbers instead of pursuing force, we may not be able to outrun them to the border.
It'll be difficult to escape without being noticed. Then perhaps we should ensure we are noticed.
Wait, what does he mean by that? Ensure that we're noticed?
An idea has struck me. Should be nearly time.
We hide at the side of the castle near the stables and await our chance to escape.
Hasn't been that long since we left Tokifusa tied up. We don't have the leisure of waiting here too long.
And right now, the castle's in a state of panic. If we're going to exploit that, we have to do it now.
Kuon, how is it?
We'll be okay, I think.
Then, with Guan's approval, Nosori signals to the stables. I hear some odd grunts, and soon Ogi approaches with enough warp doors to carry us. This should serve.
Good enough. We move.
The group mounts up on the warp doors Ogi's found, and at the same time, Kuon hurls a flash grenade into the stables. Oh, that's gonna freak out every single warp door. They're gonna have a stampede with the near splitting crack and sudden light terrifying. Oh, right. They won't be able to catch us if they don't have their warp doors in hand. With the near splitting crack and a sudden light, terrified shrieks and squawks ring out. The warp doors in the stable scatter, stampeding.
Now we make our good escape.
We make good on our escape. Follow me. I take the lead with a shout, riding my warp door forward. Cutting through the commotion, we make a break for it, charging out the gate. We'll have some pursuit, I'm sure, but we left a lot of chaos behind us. That should buy us some time.
Now it's up to Lord Geno. If he picked up on our intent,
we run the warp door straight to the border. And a while after, we start hearing our pursuers catch up. Dawn stains the sky in red. It seems like the chaos in the castle delayed the pursuit, but they eventually managed to figure out the direction we were headed. In the distance, we can hear the shrieks of the warp doors and the shouts of the soldiers. The gap between us is slowly closing.
What now, Oshtor? We can't shake them. We could abandon the warp doors and scatter into the forest. That might give us a better chance.
no, we keep going.
But if this persists... Ogi keeps his hand pressed to his warp door, his face in a tight wince. We've been running for a while. Our mounts are losing speed. Hey, they should have built in a stamina. We're doing a long, and they are built for a medium.
Just a bit more. We can at least make it over that hill.
Then our skill can proc. Swinging Maestro will go off, and we will reset with a moderate amount of endurance. With the pressure of our pursuers closing in, we keep running, the warp door's footsteps thudding on the forest road. A startled cry escapes Nosori. An arrow flies past her back, missing her by a hair. Dust flies behind us. The soldiers behind us are seconds away. The leading soldier's sword glints in the morning light as he raises it high. 4 lengths behind us, then 3, then 2. He's ulting! 4 lengths? It's Uma Musume. It's Warp Door Musume. You're right. An arrow bolts out from the nearby trees, whooshing past us with a rush of wind, and thuds into the lead soldier, taking him off his mount.
They're here.
A barrage of arrows rain down on our pursuers, and their furious pace slows as we surge ahead.
Brother!
Just ahead, we see Anju and the others, ready and waiting in battle formation, apparently having heard their uproar of our approach.
Turn around. Their chase ends here.
And as I leap from my warp door, I draw my fan. Following my example, Kuon and the others descend from their mounts, battle ready.
Let's go.
My order resounds to the area, with all my power behind it. With a rush of metal, allies and enemies draw their weapons as one. Big fight? I'm surprised this fight isn't oh, there's still time.
Those sly bastards. All they had to do was drink.
Tokifusa spits his curses with a fury and bitterness quite unlike his public demeanor, his true nature exposed.
Damn it. How lucky can they get? Where did those reinforcements come from? They adapted faster than I thought.
Commanding from the back of the pursuing unit, Tokifusa cannot contain his rage at the sudden appearance of more foes. Not expecting such numbers, having set out after them with no time to prepare, his forces are not prepared to resist this ambush. And at the sight of one of the 8 pillar generals among their number, many soldiers are ready to turn and run.
Lord Tokifusa, pursuing them further would be suicide. Damn it. Retreat for now.
As Tokifusa orders the retreat, he also turns, bolting away immediately.
This isn't over. Make no mistake, Oshtor. I'll prepare once again, and I'll corner you. Soon enough.
And finally, Tokifusa's forces retreat.
Looks like we got through a crisis.
Yet the danger remains. Tokifusa has not given up yet.
No. This is all within expectations. It is not the most favorable outcome, but an acceptable one. Kyuru, thank you for your swift welcome.
I had placed watchmen to keep an eye on the castle.
Oh, while I still have people here, has anyone picked up anything cool for the Steam sale? Because while I'm on the subject, I have been eyeballing Monochrome Mobius since it's $30. I don't know if it's ever been like at a lower price, but it's like, maybe I do buy it now.
I had placed watchmen to keep an eye on the castle. Even so, it's a good thing that this happened at night. If it happened during the day, they might not have seen the chaos. But as it is now, even from far away, we could confirm the flashing lights and the sound of the explosions. If we could have, we would have crossed the border and sent soldiers to aid you.
There was no helping it. And if our soldiers had crossed the border without provocation, it would have been framed as an invasion. Still, Tokifusa got everyone out as soon as he saw he was at a disadvantage. He might at least have some tactical ability as a general. Let us put aside the theoreticals for now, and address the victory at hand. The Golden Seal is ours now. Indeed. No reason to stay here long. Let us return to the village and plan our next move.
Yeah, $30 for Monochrome Mobius is worth it. Put in over 100 hours to the game, got my money's worth multiple times over. That's very good to hear.
Aw, you really brought it back.
We and our guards find our way back to the hidden village and present the Golden Seal to Genho.
Pretty bold move you pulled off.
Not exactly how we initially planned, but all is well that ends well. And now we have everything required for my dear sister to succeed as the head of the family.
Well, no going back on my word.
Everyone beams, taking his doleful tongue clicking as his acceptance.
Still, his aim was to bait the hook with an alliance and see what he could fish up, huh? Yeah, that's Tokifusa through and through.
He certainly had us taken in.
Even after all this time, the damn fool hasn't changed a bit.
Perhaps something similar occurred in the case of your exile, father.
Maybe. Doesn't matter a whit anymore.
Yikes! Genho, now looking bad-tempered, lobs the seal in No City's direction.
I'm guessing that weasel probably made it sound like he was the good guy, huh? That the blunder was my fault and I deserved it.
That isn't what happened?
No, well, strictly speaking, it's not totally wrong. The point is that I fell into his trap.
Trap? Father, what do you mean?
The mission wasn't anything special, just routine guard stuff. Figured we wouldn't have much to do. But wouldn't you know it, there were a lot of accidents that day. Fallen rocks, sudden fires, even full-on bandit raids. Even through all that, we got our cargo back to the castle, and just as we were taking a night to rest before going to the imperial capital, Tokifusa burst in with news that an important relic's been broken. On a road like that, well, sure, I could probably see it breaking along the way.
As it happens, Tokifusa's account was quite similar. He said the cause remained unknown.
Nah, impossible. See, the cargo I'd been carrying was a fake. I was worried about something weird going on, and I had someone else carry the real one. And when I got into the castle, I saw for myself. It was fine. No cracks and no damage. So the offering was broken after it had been carried into the castle.
That fiend. How could he stoop to such cowardly schemes? Last year, lots of lives were caused by accidents. True. If I may, why did you not report this in full to the Mikado? Had you made the truth known, our family would not be so tarnished, so.
Could be, I suppose, but I just kept thinking. If that was really all it took to throw me out of my position, then what did it really mean? Was my title really worth anything in the end?
That isn't...
You gotta understand, No City. This sort of devious backstabbing, this happens everywhere. Even within families, too. Every last one of them would lie in an instant to get what they want. And if you become chieftain, that's the world you'll have to live in. Oh, that's enough talking about the past. So what's your next move? Now that you've got that, they're gonna be hunting you down. You send out letters saying you've succeeded his head? But the seal pressed in, it ought to be a matter of days before the clan starts showing up. And if you can manage that, well, Tokifusa's goons won't be able to lay a finger on you.
Genho gives his daughter an appraising look, Nosuri, however, only stares at the golden seal in silence. Yeah, it doesn't feel like we've done enough to maybe warrant it yet. You need not worry about the contents of the letter, dear sister. Allow me to handle that, No. Nosuri sets the golden seal gently on the floor, her face resolute. I will return this to my liege. Sister? For the briefest of moments, Ogi sounds genuinely panicked. All eyes are on Nosuri after her declaration. I'm watching her all the while. Genho's face splits into a crooked grin. You're giving that to Her Highness after all. You're giving that to Her Highness after all you did to get it. After you talked about how much you wanted it. What are you trying to pull, kid?
The golden seal isn't what I want.
What? Is it being the family head, or?
That's just an empty title. It's merely a step.
Nosuri rises and declares with clear, loud determination.
I wish to become a chieftain who will surpass even you, father.
Pardon? Her gaze falls to the golden seal at her feet, and she speaks.
Tokifusa, the coward that took down my father. Seeing him clinging to this thing so desperately made me think. This thing is worthless.
This thing? Just in case you missed it, kid, that's the golden seal. From the Mikado. The Mikado's golden seal worthless. But certainly it's only a badge composed of gold.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a token. In the end, all you're doing is latching onto some authority from the past and bragging about it. If I had the golden seal, then yes, I could get the clan to follow me. But what does that mean? It doesn't matter who carries the golden seal. They'll follow anyone?
Yeah, do we really want those people behind us? We want people who will attach themselves to the ideal.
I always admired the chieftains like my father. Even if they didn't have the golden seal, they'd still be chieftains to us. In our hearts.
I still got dragged down, kid.
And that's why I must surpass you as chieftain. I won't get dragged down. I won't let myself loose to those to such underhanded schemes. And I won't forgive those cowards to try it. That is how I'm different from you. And that's how I will surpass you.
True to form, dear sister. Father. Geno laughs out joyously and slaps his knee, looking to Ogi. Sakes almighty, Ogi, but she's an idiot. She's way beyond your control. Why, of course. One such as I could never control my sister. He didn't say she was an idiot, Lamau. Geno addresses Nosuri. But that's a chieftain's heart. You lend an ear to the people, of course. But don't be swayed by petty schemes. Leave biting hooks to the fishes.
Father.
Geno looks over to me and bows his head deeply. Well, Lord Oshton, I guess you had the right idea keeping the city around after all. I'd like to thank you for supporting my daughter, for supporting the chieftain of our clan, keeping her by your side and teach her. We can only thank you on behalf of our group. Nosuri has been indispensable. She's one of us. Genho beams, genuine warmth in his expression. Proud, Papa? I think we're gonna break out of the good stuff tonight. Or I think we're gonna break out the good stuff tonight. What's going on? What is this? Tokifusa grinds his teeth, now far from the battlefield, having returned to his castle. I can't believe Oshtor's giving me this much trouble. The mere thought of it sets my innards aboil. If I had just captured Oshtor then, I could have been the image of Yamato's victory. Glory, riches, power, it could have been mine. I even humiliated myself begging that odious Raiko for soldiers. And for what? Nothing! I should have just taken him by force after all. No. For so long, Tokifusa had relied on the authority of the Golden Seal to command the clan. But as the political confusion spreads across the land, he realized he could not trust that alone. He would need something of greater influence. And so his sights had been set on the true heir, the princess, the very identity of Oshtor's war effort. The Rio princess would have made a fine bargaining chip against Raiko, currently the most powerful man in the imperial court. Not only would he have his elevated position within the imperial court, but he would have reasserted his dominance over his Ruha.
and so he conceived a plan to get the princess into his own hands. A plan that ultimately backfired. In the end, all he did was lose the golden seal, the foundation of his rule and his last hope. With the furious sweep of his arm, Tokifusa sends the contents of his desk crashing to the floor.
Damn it! How infuriating! That damned golden seal became my curse!
Previously, Geno had used the golden seal for the betterment of the land, never to throw his political weight around. That too had only served to heighten Tokifusa's jealousy.
Geno, you won't get away with this. It's only a matter of time before they use that seal to call the clans together. With no golden seal, I have to seize control through military means. The clans won't follow me unless I achieve total victory. I've got to put an end to this before it's too late. Summon the Tiriyarai, now!
Tokifusa's screams ring out. Yeah, I guess he won't be finding the One Piece.
I can't afford to worry about appearances now. I have to request reinforcements from Raiko. We've no time to lose. We strike them down before the clans gather under them.
Yeah, he is just a fucking ass kisser. The ass kisser general of the fucking Yamato. With Raiko's forces on his sides, he could even stand against the entire force of the clan. At least that was his intent. But it did not take long for his hopes to be dashed.
No more soldiers! What's the meaning of this?
Tokifusa's roar resounds through the encampment.
Our deal was that I would bait Oshidor in with the Alliance, and you would help me strike him down. That was our deal! And it isn't just Oshidor. Munichika is taken to the field. That upstart girl. Do you have any idea how many heads she took to become Pillar General?
Tokifusa versus Dekopompo, who's worse? I feel like Tokifusa is worse. Because at least Dekopompo is like easy to read. But Tokifusa is like a fucking snake. In the face of Tokifusa, not only is he a snake, but he's also takes more time for his plots too. He's just like a more competent Dekopompo. In the face of Tokifusa's furious outcry, Raiko answers with clear indifference.
If I recall your own account, Munichika was but a greenhorn, granted the position as the princess's caretaker merely due to her gender. Familiar words. That's...
Also, I believe the deal was that I would provide you soldiers, if you are able to capture Oshidor, and his allies, and take their banner. Yet still you ask for more.
No. You demand that we now send more soldiers.
All for the sake of capturing Oshidor. A touch presumptuous, I'd say. Supposing we invade, and are then pincered by reinforcements from Enakamwe, we would be forced to suffer untenable losses. Remember your mistakes and put yourself in my shoes. Our liege is most disappointed in you.
Yeah. Damn fraud. Toting a false idol.
Even if he's aware of the impostor, such words towards the Mikado would be considered blasphemy. Daiko, however, chooses to ignore the statement.
Munichika is a force to be reckoned with, true, but a measurable threat. Without her Akuruka, Oshidor's ingenuity may be more fearsome.
Ultimately, I advise you to not underestimate them. But it hardly matters how many join their ranks. They can still be dealt with. Of course, I have no intentions of allowing their numbers to grow. You didn't leave me much choice, but I have taken measures against Enakamwe.
What?
I have deployed soldiers to Enakamwe. With their forces thus diverted, it is unlikely they will be able to send reinforcements.
But that alone will not.
You believe that insufficient? But allow me to share one more piece of good news. Earlier, I had my agents follow Oshidor's men, and had them search for the location of the hidden village where Genho resides.
What? Genho?
They were not the only ones with hidden soldiers on the field. Up until now, the only ones passing through were denizens of the village, and they covered their tracks well. Yet now a great multitude of soldiers have come and gone. It was a trivial thing to find the village with them obviously leading the way.
Daiko, you knew. From the start, you knew. You knew Oshidor would slip through my fingers.
Aren't you overthinking this? Results are all that matter. If you have not yet accomplished anything,
I suggest you stop wallowing and plan your next move. The land surrounding Genho's village hideout is steep and easy to defend from. A fine tactical point for a village, however. If we force their hand, a sortie. Tokifusa realizes from Raiko's words. If he should hear that Yamato is marching on Inakamui, he will hardly be content sitting on his hands waiting for the clans to arrive. The rest falls on you. Once they emerge from the village, I imagine an offensive opportunity will present itself. Should you succeed, I would be more than happy to listen to your complaints. Should you succeed. The communication ends with a lingering silence, but Tokifusa already knows. This is his last chance. If he does not seize victory against Oshitor, even if Tokifusa escapes with his life, all would know him as a powerless general, a laughingstock. Without the favor of the clans, if he is deemed to be unworthy of being chieftain, his collusions would be over in an instant. Raiko would annihilate him. Now, I have set the stage for you, but this is your last chance. Raiko's cold gaze falls to his tabletop as he speaks aloud. It is a truth as old as war itself. The incompetence of an ally is far more dangerous than the skill of an enemy. Tokifusa, you have no idea how costly your mistakes could be for the Imperial Court. If you cannot pay for them otherwise, you will pay for them with your life.
Fight, fight, fight!
Now, how do we proceed? So, we refuse to use the Golden Seal to gather the clans then. I can't protest, but if we're not using that, we have no time to lose. Now that Tokifusa has lost the Golden Seal, he no longer holds its authority, the power to control the clans. He's a pillar general, after all. He must be aware that the more time passes, the more clans will leave him, putting him at a disadvantage in numbers. It won't be long before he takes action. How will you gather the clans? Do you have a plan in mind?
I do. I must settle things with Tokifusa.
Well, that's straightforward as usual. Still, that does seem like the swiftest way of resolving this.
Right?
Even without the Golden Seal, once they hear of Tokifusa's failure, there will be those that will want to join our side. And with Tokifusa's authority gone, he can't recruit any more soldiers. Now might be our best chance. It seems like things are finally going our way, but still.
You know, I'm remembering something right now. I think I promised some friends that I was going to play Lethal Company tonight. But I don't know if they're actually playing Lethal Company. It doesn't look like it. I might be fine. No one has reminded me, so I don't think anything happened. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine.
Is something bothering you?
I cannot imagine Tokifusa would attempt to capture us without any support. He must have some kind of agreement with the Imperial Court.
An agreement?
Yes. Tokifusa had quite a bit to say regarding the internal affairs of Izruha. I'd say about half of it was false, but half of it was indeed true. It has to be him. Raiko. At the mention of his name, an uneasy silence falls. Raiko, said to be the force equal to that of a Akuraturika, based on his intellect alone. Sounds like you folks have made a real powerful enemy.
If that man is involved, then you can be certain that we have not heard the last of this. Dear brother, it's terrible!
What's wrong, Nakune? Nakune rushes to my side, her face desperate. Out of breath, she announces to the group.
The Imperial Court. We have reports that they have dispatched troops advancing on Inakamui.
What?
To Inakamui? Why now?
Tokifusa has indeed been in contact with Raiko. They would have easily confirmed that Oshitor is currently absent from his seat.
They're seizing their chance. They want to take down Inakamui while we're still gone.
It's true. Right now, Inakamui stands without Oshitor or its rightful liege. They have their natural defenses in the might of the fortress, but without us around, morale has to be low already. And our troops still aren't used to battle. They won't be able to adapt fast enough to the enemy tactics. With all that in mind, it makes sense they try to attack now, but is that the end of it? It would take days to reach Enakamwe, even more with the larger force. They could not hide such an advance. They've lost the element of surprise. It is overt enough that we'd know it was coming. Even outside of Enakamwe, there will be a high risk of being attacked from behind. If soldiers deploy from Enakamwe, Reiko's forces expose themselves to a possible pincer attack. This is a risk, even for a force of that size. No, Reiko probably isn't intending on a decisive assault. This feels like a diversion. So what is he really after?
Perhaps Reiko intends to lure you out for a direct confrontation. Perhaps we should remain where we are then. In this hidden village, we'll be safer than if we rush to return home.
No, we can't sit idle while the Imperial Army marches on Enakamwe. And even if it's a diversion, Enakamwe will not last long without its leaders.
But
Nakane looks up to me with uncertainty. The General can't afford to falter. That would demoralize all under my command. I can't hesitate. Not now. How many days until their forces arrive at Enakamwe?
well, to reach Enakamwe, it would take roughly 5 days.
So we have a chance of catching up to the Imperial Army before they reach Enakamwe, it seems. Whatever their intent is, our best course would be to attack them from behind with their current forces. The matter with Tokufusa can wait. If we seek to merely slow them down instead of eliminating them outright, it should buy enough time for Enakamwe to ready their defenses. Let us go. Everyone raises their voice in a fierce cry of agreement.
Yeah, and with Tokifusa not having the seals and everything, it feels safe for us to just kind of leave and come back.
At last, we counterattack. I have been long waiting this day. If I may, I would prefer that your highness wait and remain safe in the backlines. What are you saying? Are these villains not advancing on Enakamwe in part due to my absence? I will not be made a fool of. It's my duty to punish their insolence. Duritie, are you alright? Yes, let's do our best, Kokopo.
Well, let's get rolling and wrap this whole mess up.
I'm gonna go too. Sheena will come with me, won't she?
We all exchange nods, our minds set. I turn to Genho. My apologies once more. There's still much we have to accomplish, but we'll have to borrow No City again for a little while. Sure. You leave this place to me. With that, Genho reaches out a broad hand, fondly ruffling No City's hair.
The head pat?
No City, you'll show him what kind of woman you are.
Of course, leave it to me. With my bow at my side, nobody can stand against me.
His daughter's spirited response brings a contented smile to Genho's face.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Oshtor is making his move.
Reiko nods grimly as he receives a message from one of his soldiers watching the hidden village. True, I have no obligation to help Tokifusa, but I will be more than happy to watch you dance in the palm for a time. In my palm for a time. Once we finish hurrying through the preparations for battle, we resolve to set out just before dawn. From our position in the hidden village, we cannot all make it through the trail at once. We divide our main force, sending the others forward. Having the duty of dividing up our forces, the commanders naturally depart last. And so, with our group having become the rear guard, the sun has long since risen by the time we make our way through the woods. We forge ahead quickly to catch up to the rest of our forces. It'll be a while before we reconvene with the main unit. Do we have any reports on the Imperial Army's movements?
Nothing new. They're heading directly for Enakamwe on the open road.
It's taking the main road, so we're not concerned about hiding their troops' movements. Everything about this suggests it's merely a diversion. They may be waiting for a chance to surround us.
Getting nervous?
Our opponent is Reiko. Even the most absurd-seeming plan is bound to have some deeper function. Not being able to see his true intent, I confess I cannot help but worry.
But we've been hiding in the village until now. If we appear behind him, surely we would have the advantage of surprise.
That's possible, but something about No City's observation makes me pause. Have I overlooked something? But what? As I rack my brains, I notice the twins staring at me.
Tired. Master, it is important to take brief rest on long expeditions.
Fair point. If we wish to brief respite, there is a river just off this path.
Yet we do not have time to rest. No. We need to make sure we can sustain our progress. We'll slow down our pace. Kyoto, ensure the others know.
Understood. Led by Nosuri and Noge, I walk down the path. The forest opens up, revealing a wide clearing, but there's still massive trees on either side of us. We're not out of the woods yet, literally.
Seems like we won't catch up with the main force just yet.
I suppose as rear guard, it's expected.
But we may have distanced ourselves too much.
Nosuri glances up, and a sharp realization dawns in her eyes. She shouts out, "Look out!" Nosuri lunges at me, pushing me down. Immediately afterwards, an arrow thunks into place. Had I just been standing...
An ambush. Why would they ambush us in a place like this? Even if they've been watching our movements, this is far too perfect for them.
My thoughts come to a halt as I notice the breath against my face.
Right, Nosuri. My apologies, you saved me.
No, I didn't mean to. Well, I meant to, of course, but...
Her face suddenly reddens, and she stutters in a panic.
Now's not the time to get flustered.
Something glints in the leaves of the great tree above us. They've got a clear shot at Nosuri's back. Nosuri!
I roll swiftly to the side, my body over Nosuri's, and slice behind me with my fan, quick enough to deflect the blow of an arrow with the metal clang.
Damn, I let my guard down. I just got ambushed for God's sake. I can't afford to lay around looking dumbfounded.
There! Seeing the enemies, Nosuri seems to move reflexively without even thinking. She draws her bow as she rolls, firing a swift barrage of arrows into the canopy. The sudden screams are immediately followed by the thud of impact on the forest floor. Relieved, Nosuri lets out a ragged sigh. You saved me back there, Oshitor.
I could say the same. Be on your guard. I was likely not the last of them.
What is this?
But we have no time to prepare ourselves. Screams ring out from behind us. My leash!
What was that?
My leash, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
What happened?
Oh, nothing big.
I hurried on Drew's side. Noting all the fallen soldiers around the scene. Each of the soldiers is covered in broken branches and leaf scraps. Ambushers, it would appear. It seems they were lying in wait, blending in with our surroundings. Ogi deftly rips away the remains of the ambush's disguise. That's familiar equipment, I dare say. These are identical to the soldiers we saw in Tokufusa's castle.
So these are Tokufusa's men?
We believe the hidden village was unknown to others, but they knew we'd pass through here. This was a calculated trap.
But when did they figure it out? I thought the village's location was kept secret.
That's because Tokifusa was our sole opponent until now. However, Raiko pulling the strings, things may be entirely different. He had time to analyze our movements after we fought Tokifusa. He must have found us out. And then when we found the village, he had Tokifusa set the trap and baited us right into it.
These conditions do not favor us. Should we retreat for now?
No. They'll likely have troops hidden everywhere by now. We have no place to run. Moreover, if we simply hide in the village, we abandon Inakamwe to its fate.
So that means...
Ururu, Sarana.
Yes, your armor is ready.
Come on.
I've got your back.
We settle things with Tokifusa, here and now.
Ah. Well, good for us that he's here.
So it's true. The most exquisite bait yields the finest fish. They've fallen for Raiko's lure now. Their luck ran out the moment they left that village. Oh, you may be strong, Oshitor, but you are not immortal. In the depths of that forest, my troops will slow them down, and soon we may pick them off one by one. Their vision is impaired and their movement slowed. They have been easily divided. Their numbers mean nothing now. I will peel away their defenses one at a time, and then when the lot of them are fully exposed, I will have them surrounded. You may have evaded my first attempt, but my wit, my cunning, is second to none. I am one of the 8 Pillar Generals, and soon enough, you'll see the strength of my will.
There it is. The 3D models. It's time for a fight.
Why, thanks, no city. Without your quick wits, we might have been in grave danger.
Well, I haven't just been charging aimlessly through the mountains, you know. I've got sharp eyes, and I know exactly where to aim to take out my prey.
But there are archers and soldiers lurking everywhere. I was too distracted by Raiko. He played right into Tokifusa's hands.
I had underestimated him indeed. He seemed only a minor threat, but there is a keen edge to his schemes.
His plan seems to be to surround us with ambushes and archers, to bring us down with an indirect assault. The archers in particular will be a drain on us. We must get rid of them.
It seems then that it is my dear sister's time to shine.
No city, I'm counting on your bow.
Of course, I won't let you down.
Big fight, big fight. Let's get all of our archers on the field. How are we split? So, of course, Oshtor has to be here. He is everywhere. Well, actually, we'll throw Kuon here. No, do we want Kuon? Yeah, we want Kuon. Kuon and Fumito are like good for like pair healers. I don't want Fumito there. I want Atsui there. And then we'll have like Kyudo here, then Fumito, and then. Damn, honestly, it's kind of hard for us to like pick characters sometimes. I'll say we'll bring, of course, Surudu Sonana. A lot of our range fighters. Can we hit? Poor Nekone benched again, yeah. It's 2 games in a row. I just don't know how to use her. Okay, maybe we let these guys get close. So we'll bait like 1 arrow attack. Alright, this is how Kuon gets jumped. We need to just let them get close too. May as well do this. The fixed damage seems kind of tasty here. I'm only rewinding to get more zeal. Oh, whoops. You know what? This is better. More zeal early. I think we get more out of that by fighting like that. Okay, and now Ushtor can just get in there. Get in there and also give Kyudo some zeal. Okay, what's the deal with Fumito? She can hit some people. Yeah, that's fine. We'll stay here. Ogi will get hit. But Ogi can get healed, so I'm not too worried. Same with Nosiri. My good buddy the Mothman, he's here to help. Maybe we can get the Stupefy. No such luck. Okay, who needs it? Kuon might be able to finish this. Oh, Tokifusa's gonna have to come to the field, isn't he? What kind of weapon is that? Is he a bow user?
Ugh, what kind of... what's taking you so long? Damn you all, you're useless!
Fine words from one who commands from a distance, Tokifusa.
What?
A good man of the Evan knows the joys of battle. Why do you hide behind others and force them to do your dirty work? Are you even a true man of the Evan You disgrace your blood. Tokifusa, if you would lead from the front. Come down here and fight me face to face.
You impudent little girl. I will not be condescended by you. Out of my way. I'll finish them myself.
Yeah, that's fine. What can we do? Anything better than... All of these warp doors are dangerous. It doesn't matter who I target. Let's move Fumidil out. Oh, no, this is Urasadana. We'll hit this guy and then move out. What kind of sigil does that give us? Sigil that reduces the chance of units within from being targeted. Oh, that's kind of handy. Oh, not the dazed. You're supposed to target the Mothman. Okay. If Ogi gets in there, he's dead. It's hard to say where I want to be. So this is his movement range. He can attack us next turn, no matter what. So maybe it's best for us to get in there finally. I don't know if I believe in Ogi like that. Ogi needs like a full heal of the Chow. Can Ogi get a full heal before Tokifusa goes? There's a Kuon turn. Okay, and then we can just have him back the fuck up. Oh, we can do better. We have to do better. All right, and then back up. Oh no, not the AoE. The best thing I can do. $107. Free kill. These two are even going to be able to go afterwards too. And then 122. Okay, watch out! No, so he just keeps dodging and Ogi takes the bullet. Okay, let's get this moth like all the way up here now. Be nice if I could get Oshtor up to Tokifusa, but he's making it very difficult with the whoop doors in the back. Oh. The stupefy. Yeah, damn shame. I feel like it's a good spot for Kyudo though. Or not Kyudo, Atue. We can hit both with this attack. Oh, I didn't realize that for the third chain, he uses his sword now too. That's pretty cool. Drawn blade stance. Oh, that's sick. Decreased defense too? All right, let's start. Yeah, let's start moving. If I can get Ushtor up here, that'll do a lot. Oh, with the co-op chain? Who can I co-op chain with? Oh! Oh, look at that. This is gonna be our first co-op chain. Damn. Okay, let's run that back. That's so big. Stay in the game. You need to stay in the game, Ogi. Ow! Ow! Don't give her another turn, man. Oh my god, we're super duper dead. What did I do with Nosuri back there? Maybe I gotta reconsider where he's standing. Where she's standing. Because that went, like... That went horrible. How far back? Damn, this far back? Damn, that's fucking far. Because we did the final strike on them. That might have been what was unnecessary. Oh, but we can bait a co-op chain at this point. nothing. The winds are changing. Keep defending, keep defending. Let me get rid of all of these random defense that you might have. Yeah, we're really putting our hate on this guy. Just full on focusing this one cavalry, who does seem to be like the strongest. We're doing that kind of bad. We suck. I'll live with that. Who needs it? Is there someone that's close? Kuwan's not looking too bad. We're really risking it all like that. Oh. Yeah, where were all these chain co-op chains before? Move Kuwan way the hell back. We're also gonna have no city to run all the way the hell back too. The twins! And he's gonna get 2 attacks. Oh, he doesn't. The twins have to live, but we need to kill this guy already. Yeah, having all you come up here might be a mistake, but we'll live with it. Just get everyone nice and grouped up to get attacked by like an AoE. You can't move. Oh, but my twins are dead. It is what it is. He's got a fucking beam? It's not fair. Yeah, we already lost the twins and Ogi, which sucks. But maybe it's fine. We'll be alright. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the sword stance immediately, but it is pretty cool. The defense down. Actually, yeah, it's really good because it gives you both attack down and defense down on a turn. It gives a lot to Oshtor there. No mercy for cowards. No, sorry, wait back there. Can I do that again? Well, if I get right here and heal, it'll heal everyone? No. We'll settle with just healing Atsue. Oshtor can't die. If we corner him, he like can't move. $403? Oh, he's going all in. Oh my god! Luckily, Atsue wasn't the brunt of that attack. Oh, Atsue's dead. Did Atsue have the fucking, like, escaping death too? Okay. We're very, very lucky. Now I need someone to heal her pronto. Surely he can't final strike twice, you know? And I know Oshtor's got that dog in him. He will survive. He might not survive. 162 is kind of low. What does it look like if I do this? He gets a turn next turn. I don't want him to have freedom of movement. And that was my mistake. This fucker, man. Oh my god. Did he get most of his health back too? He heals from that? Okay, maybe we don't want Atsui next to him. Maybe we will give him some space. But we will still do this attack. Because end of the fight, I know he's still taunted at Oshtor. And if Atsui's not in range, maybe there's like some chance of survival. The fact that he can heal himself is whack though. Like he nearly brings himself to 100 zeal there. This man is no joke. You know what? I think if we can get to Oshtor's turn, no. He's most definitely gonna do some bullshit. can't hit that. One more time. Am I like too late? Maybe I need, no, I'm too early. Good. All right, now we're all fucked. That attack up is super nasty. Maybe we don't want to be next to him. Maybe by being next to him, we risk him getting all his health back. Oh, but see, I don't want to be... Maybe I have to not do that last attack. So we don't get within striking range. This fucker! Can I maybe... What? How much movement does he have? He can't get to me here. That's like a long walk. 1, 2, 3. He can still get to me there. Maybe if I bait out his zeal here, now that we're far away. Baiting out the zeal might be the play. But in this situation, now Kuon dies too. Which is not good. Okay, well, let's just do as much damage as we can, because debuffing attack doesn't matter. And then we'll feed into his ult and have Oshito die. And then with that damage, I think maybe Atsui can finish the job. That's the hook. Wait, he didn't guard it. Maybe he'll guard it if I do this. There we go, magic defense. We are fishing out the ult. Oh my god, still Kuon is dead? Is there a distance where Kuon won't die? I would like for Kuon to live. Oh. Okay, Kuon lived. Okay, very winnable. If only I had like a little more distance. Am I bad? I guess that can't crit because he's dodging it. That's fine. Hmm. This is probably the tightest I've ever had to fight this, like, boss. We've never had it, like, this close. Okay, you can't move. Maybe Atsui lives? You're fucking with me. Okay, good. That might be GG. Whoa, that was fucking hard. Negates mind ailments for surrounding allies, includes taunt, fear, and... Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, and now Atsui has her final strike too. Same with Anju. Yeah, that was a nasty old fight.
They're in shambles. Now, we deal with Tokifusa. We'll have Tokifusa's forces routed soon. If we can keep this up. Lord Tokifusa, we must retreat! You want me to turn tail and run in shame? Like a coward? But you must not die here. If you regroup under Lord Raiko, then... Damn it. You want me to throw away all my damn country? Is that it?
Oh, he's hitting his own men. It's over. That's GG. Ain't no one want to support this man now.
Not yet. I haven't lost yet. What about you all? Do you want the honor of killing Oshiro and the false princess? Or would you rather die by my hands? The choice is yours. I want Lord Tokifusa to grant me honor. Me too. Right. That's what I thought. Oshtor!
Phase 2.
Now, burn my face into your mind!
Wait, he can't be. Everyone run!
Oh, the precarious ledge full of boulders. Oh.
What? He had a damn waterfall?
Or he had a dammed up waterfall?
Everyone, get to high ground, quickly. We'll all be washed away if we stay here.
Everyone, hurry!
Go on. Run or you'll be washed away like ants in a stream. I couldn't care less how I kill you. They can call me a coward all they want. As long as I win. No. If I kill Oshtor, my name will be etched in history forever. Let them remember me as a villain. I'll wear that title with pride. I don't care if the whole damn world falls into chaos. I will be remembered.
What a guy. What a guy. Just like that, a new lake was formed. Oh, we might be battle back to back.
Looks like we're in the drink now.
We managed to find stable ground, but without anywhere to run. What now, boss? We could try swimming, but that current might be too much for some of us.
And they have Perietta ready and waiting. They pick us off easy.
We cannot afford to remain here much longer.
He's right. If we wait around, the rock's going to wash away and take us all with it. No.
Then,
We press through by force.
We may put ourselves in danger, but our only choice seems to be jumping from rock to rock until we can reach land. Damn it. Didn't think he'd be able to back us into a corner like this. Huh. Let's see how long they can stay there. I'll make sure to whittle you down nice and slowly. You lot, what are you standing there for? They're exhausted, they have poor footing, and they have nowhere to hide. Now is the time to kill Oshtor. Now, we win our honor. Sir!
shooting fish in a barrel is not where honor comes from.
You will regret underestimating me.
Damn, they had us fighting for our lives a second ago, man. You tell me I gotta fight Tokifusa again? It's necessary. What do we need for Oshtor? We have a lot of points. I effectively just use him as a big old debuffer. What if we just give him like a ton of health? Like more health would be better than more defense? Yeah, because 462 health sounds like very juicy. I'm gonna do that. Then for Kuon, we'll up her speed. Maybe even like HP while we're at it. These two, of course, we go all in on attack. No City is also kind of an all-in on attack kind of girl, with a little bit of speed. Same with Ogi. Same with Kyudu. Definitely with Atsue. So having a little more health wouldn't be bad. And who else do I have with me? That looks good. Do I know what kind of, Can I look at the map? What kind of damage does Tokifusa do? He is a water type. Let's put on the scroll to take less damage from water. And then Atsue will need that too. Is a Vaporeon now? In some ways. Or actually, is there something better for Atsue? Because the dodging is nice. When health is less than 25, zeal increases to 100. Oh, damage increases by 30 is kind of good. But the zeal could be big. Like, getting a free final strike in desperation could be, like, game-winning. Yeah, we'll go with Kuon here. And then... I guess Kyudu? Now maybe they'll do Sada. Oh, they don't have movement though. They can't jump. Kyudu, he's good at jumping. Oh, and they're just gonna fucking heal him unless I run it down? That's so ass. So we have to take the long way around, do we? Hold on. Maybe better placement here. I do want... Yeah, that's 3 jumps. Nobody has that. I do want Ogi right here. I think I could put No City here. Of course, Atsui works there. Then if I put Kuon right here, everyone will get more zeal. I think Kyudu benefits from a little bit more zeal. And we wait it out here. Fucking rude. We might take the long way around for Ugi. Play it a little risky with No City for now. No, if we're gonna play it risky with No City, let's play it risky with Ogi. Is that as much as we can move? Are we trapping ourselves here? Because we can't... Oh, we can stand in the slightly submerged one. This is just higher ground. In order to climb up, we need to kill this guy. Or kill this guy. Yeah, we'll waste our dodges here. We can't afford to be taking too many losses on the way up. I think we'll eat the counter. Yeah, Encon is big. And I could get up there. That's not going to do me any good with Tokifusa shooting at us. Yeah, we are leaving a space open for someone to jump in, which is not great. And Kyoto's gonna take ages to get in the zone here. Fuck, we can't do anything with these two. They're so slow. Yeah, we can hit two people here. AoE is better than solo target. And I do feel comfortable moving Ogi up here from here. Just heal his ass. And I don't want a final strike. Only take it that far. If only this was a better position. Feels bad. Stop fucking healing him. Just go die in a hole somewhere. He doesn't need it. He's already healthy. Now get out of the way so Atsui can pop off. Man, Ushter's been pretty useless here. Unfortunately, it's just like bad positioning on my part. Friends can move through each other. Maybe I don't want Nocity there. Or I don't want Kuon there. Here is good. We can heal both. And then Atsui can show up in the corner there later. Is this something? Ah. You know what? This works for me. Because if Atsue gets low health, she can pop off. Right now she's walking in like a fucking loaded like an armed grenade. Assuming she doesn't get like one tapped. Might be better Surge if I attack Big Man. No, it's fine. I think if I attacked Big Man, no city would have died there. Oh, sure, you fuck. I have you in like the worst position. Okay, finally Kyoto gets to do something. Let's go. Win condition might still be like, don't let no city die, or make sure no city doesn't die. So maybe we'll put it right here. Although I think maybe Atsue has it in the bag. Okay, those guys came for no reason. Can I save? I think the last attack drains a little bit of zeal. Right? Yeah, the last attack has a zeal cost. So if we don't do the final one, it works out better for us. We're really like gaming it out though. New final strike, let's get it. Atsue the fucking damage demon on my team. That might have been winnable right there if we hit every one of our crits. Is it? Is it? Ah, so damn close. But he doesn't get a turn until after Ogi. Ogi can finish this. Don't you dare fucking heal him. GG's.
Impossible. How could I have? No, not yet. I'm a pillar general. If I just had the golden seal, I'd...
Tokifusa, you're finished. Make peace with my father. We are kin of the same clan. There's no need for us to continue fighting over quarrels of the past.
You... Not only him, but an unfledged brat like you. Even you mock me. I know I have no valor, no glory, but I fought in my own way. I took my time and racked my brain to distinguish myself. And even still, everyone scoffs. They think me worthless, a man of no consequence. In the shade of Genho's great bows, I was but a pathetic seedling. Even had I sprouted into a brilliant flower, none would see me in his shadow. Even the title of Pillar General was just to help me take control. The other generals don't need me. It was only to ensure political stability. Chieftain of the clan, Pillar General, none of it meant anything. No matter how many titles I amassed, they would never respect me. What is the chieftain of the clan really? None of it matters. As long as you have the golden seal, even a simple girl like you can...
My liege, I would now ask that you grant me the golden seal of the chieftain. As you please. Something like this is so important to you.
Why do I get the feeling she's gonna throw it into like the river or something?
This is nothing. Tokifusa!
That's mine. Mine. And nobody else's.
Sister,
Give it to me. The seal is mine.
stop. If you do that here, we'll...
Plop.
The golden seal. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Tokifusa, no! Stop! Come back!
What a dumbass. Oh, that's very... He's very Gollum coded, isn't he? This feels like... This feels like Gollum, like, Smeagol jumping into the fucking lava to, like, get the ring.
It's mine. Now finally I am Tokifusa of the eight Pillar Generals.
Tokifusa. Sister, it's too dangerous. Please stand back.
Everyone, fall back. No city.
Sister.
It's not over till we see a body, I'm just saying. I need to see this man's, like, meatbag ass corpse, like, on the shore. For me to, like, confirm that he did pass away from, like, the rapid currents or some shit. Yeah, we're getting to the part of the game where everyone's starting to get the final strikes. This is a good sign. Just like never seen again.
So it seems it was a foregone conclusion after all. As expected, Ushtor. First Kyujiri and now Izuruha. You have deftly seized control. And so our performance draws to a close. Send word to the troops marching on Enekamwe. They are to stand down.
Are you certain? There may be dissent among the soldiers, with no more glory to be had.
Not my concern. When we decided to rely on Tokifusa, we sealed our defeat. Genho's daughter was the one to end Tokifusa. Doubtless the clans will hear of her glory and rally around her. No need for us to linger further and jump at false opportunities like he did.
Understood.
Still, what a sad man. He had no ability as a general, and because he could not face this, it never changed, while he constantly longed for more.
Lord Decapumpo was much the same way, but how did such a person become a pillar general?
Yeah, we made that comparison very early in the stream today.
At that, Echo looks to Shichiria. His attendant shrinks back from his cold stare. I apologize if I've overstepped.
Why? There's truth in it. All of us have wondered.
Unruffled, Raiko responds.
Certainly, they did have some uses outside of battle. The Mikado had the capacity to accept even those who made poor generals. Indeed, that is why.
He stops abruptly, and a joyful smile flashes across his face.
Now then, if this Ruha has broken away, then the Imperial Court must take measures to restrain other allied nations. The curtain has risen, and in due time, all shall know it. Now, Oshtor, we need only wait your entrance upon the stage. When I finish Oshtor, a man trusted and honored by the Mikado, and the one who safeguards his heir, only then will I leave the Mikado's cradle in its truest meaning.
A few days after repelling Tokifusa's assault, having returned to Geno's hidden village, our group is enjoying a moment of rest. After Tokifusa's death, we heard reports that the advancing army had retreated. The invasion of Enakamui had just been for show. Moreover, while we all got through it without much injury, the flood had worn us out. We needed a moment to pull ourselves together. Amidst that, the news came.
Dear brother, more reports from the scouts. It seems the punitive forces that were headed to Anakamui have returned to the Imperial capital.
I see. In the end, they didn't even bother to hang around Enakamui's borders. Figures. Michael never had any intention of actually invading us. Still, he could have easily forced the issue. Is he being careful, or merely testing us? Empty title or not, Tokifusa was a pillar general. Seems to me having a fellow like that around here was getting to be a problem for him. Lord Genho. At any rate, that should take care of all the civil conflicts. Some of the more punitive folks have already turned up in the village. With enough folks here, we might even look like some kind of army, huh? And with an army, Raiko's gonna think twice before trying anything. Though it's only been a few days since Tokifusa was defeated, we've been seeing a lot more unfamiliar faces in the village. But surely, Lord Genho, their speed is because you have been sending word of Tokifusa's defeat all across the country. And even proclaiming that our liege is here. Oops, are we still keeping quiet on that? Genho grins nonchalantly. I suppose not. Return a small smile.
Subtle. Master, you've become more reliable.
I don't know about that. Feels more like I'm just getting more devious.
Father, Oshtor. At Ogi's call, both turned to him. All preparations are complete. Please come to the house.
Is that so? Then let's move on. Well, I suppose I get the honor of witnessing my daughter's proudest moment. Nosuri, from this point onward, as a retainer of our liege and as successor to Lord Genho, you swear to lead your countrymen as their chieftain.
I swear it. I, Nosuri, pledge my life to Izuruha, and to the Mikado of Yamato, Lady Anju. Then in the holy name of Anju, I now decree, Nosuri, henceforth from this day, you will bear the people and the burdens of Izuruha. In your name.
Before the gathered people of the clan, Nosuri bows her head deeply at Anju's solemn proclamation. Nosuri and Anju were reluctant to go through with the ritualistic exchange, but it serves to mark a turning point for all of the realm to see. Seeing is believing, even if it's just a matter of ritual and tradition. There's a strange influence in things directly observed. With the ritual finished, Genho rises and looks over the clustered masses.
That takes care of the formalities. Today marks a new beginning and a new chieftain. Now, time to eat and drink to our heart's content.
At Genho's booming call, platters and jugs are carried in, food and drinks by the armful. Okay. I'm thinking as far as like spots are concerned, this might be like a nice one. Anyone want to join me in creating a guild in Persona 5 Phantom X? Hop in the Discord. Hop on Gotcha Addicts. Make that post. Hop in Peak. Yeah, that being said though, I think that's probably gonna do it for me tonight. I probably just have to sit down and like deliberate on what I want to start playing for next week, because we did finish Trails. And with Trails finished and Dino Crisis finished from even last week. Oh, I guess I replaced Dino Crisis with Village, but I haven't replaced a thousand times Resist. But I might not even, because I think I am going to be busy on like... Oh, you know what? I'm probably going to move next week's Utawarerumono to Saturday, because I'm going to be busy Sunday night. So I think I can still hold off on adding one new game, but we do have to add one more game because we finished Trails. And I was kind of finally eyeballing, I think I've talked about it before, but like I did want to hop on like the old Persona games. It might be kind of a good time with like Persona 5X coming out, though I genuinely don't know how many people are interested in watching like Persona 1 and 2. But I very much never hear about those games all that often. I mean, I do hear that people really like the story of Persona 2. But it's not popular. I don't hear that it gets like picked up a lot. Yeah, just look at my backlog. Right. We haven't done that in a while. I actually haven't updated it from any of the games we finished this year, mostly. Like, how is that looking? Backlogged here. Might as well do this on stream since like we're all here, right? And I'll turn on my preview so I can actually see what I'm sharing. So, I think it's display capture. No, that's the wrong one. Is it? It's the wrong one. Okay, so I need to send... Where is it? Browser 1? Not browser 1. That was when I was trying to play the Bionicle game. Maybe it was display capture. Do I have a crop on that? I don't. Oh, it was just screen sharing, but I moved it all the way up for some reason. I need to keep it under my model. Anyways, yeah, let's see. So, as far as games are concerned, what was on that back? Or I had a list for this year, right? Games for 2025. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, okay, we finished Resident Evil 6. We're working through... We finished Massive Deception, actually. And this was a very easy 5-star. We played it on PC. And then we also finished, we finished Resident Evil Nemesis 2. Man, it feels like it's... Maybe we are making progress here. Nemesis, that's like a 4.5. It's up there for the Resident Evils. It's really good. Also PC. We finished Dino Crisis, of course. And we finished Dino Crisis 2. That wasn't even on here. The Phantoms of Culture is pretty good. I do like that. Dino Crisis, maybe like a 4. We'll think about it. What did I give Resident Evil 6? Resident Evil 6, 2 stars. Yeah, FF9 Remake has news too, by the way. Oh, really? Yeah, I think we're on like the 25th anniversary or something like that, no? Oh, shit. Do I want to try Xenogears? No, that's a whole rabbit hole, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to finish Xenogears by the time... Beyond the Horizon comes out. And I definitely want to hop on Beyond the Horizon like day one. Yeah, there's a lot on here, but I'll consider it. There's Parasite Eve too, but I think with Resident Evil being played right now, maybe I don't need to hop on Parasite Eve just yet. Yeah, so it's a 4 months plus game. Yeah, we're thinking about something like for the long term, you know? How long does Xenogears take? Is there like a how long to beat on here, or do I have to look it up? How long to beat Xenogears? So I guess it's like a 56-hour thing, maybe? I'm generally about here, so 65. How about like Persona 1? What is it called? Is it just Shin Megami Tensei Persona? This one is 31 hours. Yeah, and for sure my ass isn't doing completionist. Yeah, and Persona has different endings, true. That is something to consider too. Although, multiple endings isn't too big a deal. Gosh, maybe I hop on a Xenogears. Like, I'm seeing these mechs and stuff, and I'm like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy to, like, go from, like, Xenogears into Beyond the Horizon? From one mech game to another? Because I know I've seen the mechs in Beyond the Horizon. They're probably going to play, like, a big part. You've created a guild, and now it's on Gacha Addicts. Appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, many things to consider. To this day, I still haven't even played Chrono Trigger. Xenoblade X is for mechs, but that game is like a Skyrim similar? Huh. Oh yeah, Xenoblade. That's not Xenogear. So there's Xenoblade, Xenogear. Isn't there like another one? There's like Xenosaga. Is that related? Yeah, because I know I've seen this game at like a store that I've been to. Like they have this on like PS2, I think. Is this a PS2 game? Yeah. Yeah, I found like a copy of this. Oh, Xenosaga is Namco, and then Xenogear is Squares. Okay. Is this like the equivalent of like people who compare like Trails and Tales? Like they're completely separate from each other. It's just they happen to sound kind of similar. Because I have a lot of friends who have like mistaken Trails for Tales. Another series that I haven't played. And it's like, huh? Is that what it's like? The Somnium Files is like calling out to me like the fucking Joker, like the fucking Green Goblin mask. But I don't know if I want to do 2 visual novels. Do it. Oh, Somnium Files has its own voice acting. Okay. But it's also a lot to read. I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit to think about. I don't think I have to... Oh, I do have to settle on one game, though. If I play the first Persona, though, I can be like, I've played Persona 1 and 2. When people say if I'm like a Persona head. RPG or not RPG. Yeah, I mean, it'd probably end up being like an RPG. And you know what? Probably all the better if it's like on the older side. It's kind of a coin flip for me right now whether I want to do like Xenogears or Persona. Because I'm also thinking too, like... No, I think Persona will be easier to drop. If I do Xenogears, I'm probably going to want to do them like back to back, I imagine, if there's like a direct sequel. And with Persona, I don't know if Persona 1... If Persona 1 is going to have like a direct sequel and 2. I know there's like maybe some references and stuff, but it's probably not going to be like as heavy-handed. Who knows? I don't know. I cannot speak for I have never played. It would be... Yeah, Persona 2 has 2 games, right? Yeah. Yeah, aware of that. So maybe once we finish like Persona 1, I think I'm probably going to set on Persona 1 next week. Maybe once we finish Persona 1, we can like put a pause on that too. And then, I don't know, maybe by the time that comes out, is it being like, okay, let me think about this. Because how long have we been playing Mask of Truth? Let me go over to my playlists. Because if I think about it, right? I've been playing Mask of Truth for just a little under 2 months. Or a little over 2 months. And if I'm already a little over 2 months, and I have 39, almost 40 hours, like that's... Huh. Yo, what if I can fit Persona 1 in between the Sky remake? Wait, when does the Sky remake come out again? Is that September? Sky remake release date. September 19th. I'm thinking. We're thinking. Although I don't know if I'd want to play it through Sky. Maybe I do, though. Because it looks really good. Like, I could just play through Sky First Chapter again for, like, nostalgic sake. Even though, like, it's been less than, like, 2 or 3 years since I played it, right? Like, how long ago was Sky? So I played Sky a little over 2 years ago. Frostpunk it is. Yeah, I mean, honestly, something I could drop is good too. But, okay, yeah. Persona's next week. I'm probably going to do Persona next week along with the stuff that I've usually been doing. So it'll end up being like tomorrow with Village, Tuesday with, I guess Tuesday with Persona, and then Wednesday night. I might double duty something. Anyways, that's for me to figure out. But definitely tomorrow we're doing more Village. Hope y'all can make it. But that being said, I think that's going to be GG's. Also, I think I'm going to make Village a YouTube exclusive stream. Because I cannot tell whether or not it's a good idea to try to dual stream that with like the strength of my computer. But like games like Uta, games like Persona, games like Trails, depending, I don't know, Daybreak 2 had me kind of struggling at points. I feel like are like dual stream capable. But yeah. Anyways, GG's. For everyone who stopped by, for everyone who stuck around, thank you, thank you. Always appreciate the company. Until next time. Anju says peace, peace.